that. She's a chain smoker at the age of 14. Why does she have an ashtray on her nightstand? That's so weird. Maybe it only put that there because I gave her all those mature features. I was actually being serious. I want to start a YouTube channel. Just do it. That's gonna be Grace's new voice. I didn't like the other voice. But you know there are going to be haters out there, right? Especially if the girls at school find out about it. Yeah, well... Oh, okay, so we can just keep it a secret? Or I could just not worry about what other people think. Do we think that Leah and her friend Becky, I think her name was, are really gonna be mean about it? Should we keep it a secret? What would I do if I was in high school and I had a YouTube channel? Well, actually, I did have a YouTube channel in high school, and I didn't keep it a secret, so I'm gonna pick that. Just don't worry about what other people think. You got this, Mia. Yeah, that could work. So, are we gonna do it? You are, not me. What? I can't do it on my own. What? She's not gonna help? Wow. You think you know someone. I'll help you out. I'm not getting in the videos, but fine. What are you gonna film on? I think me mum has an old camera in the basement. I guess I'm just gonna speak in a British accent anytime they say mum. Off they go, down to the basement. Where do we start looking? Maybe in that box that is labeled cameras? Oh, shit, roasted. Maybe in the box labeled cameras, dumbass. Found it. Oh, you're so smart. Here we go. Wait, that's just a phone. The old camcorder that they were talking about that was in the basement is like a modern looking iPhone. Why don't they just use their phones? I assume they have phones, right? A lot of YouTubers actually just use their phones. I was pretty surprised to find that out. So you could blow up using anything. You could film with a can of LaCroix and blow up. And I'm not just saying that because I love LaCroix. I really mean it. Let's head back upstairs. So what's our first video? Your first video. Grace is like, this bitch will not stop including me in this. I don't want to get made fun of at school. But at the same time, it's like, well then stop following her around, Grace. You know? It's like, go home then if you don't want to help. Just do a welcome to my channel video. Oh, that's good. That's clever. How clever. Have you guys seen that TikTok that's it's like a cartoon and he puts a lime on the screen and he's like, I'm clever.
I'm clever.
It's one of my favorite TikToks. Where should we film? Out here should be fine. Okay, let's set the camera up. Is this a good angle? I like that she's just like perfectly covering up Grace. I mean, I guess Grace didn't want to be in the video, but it just kind of seems like kind of savage to be like, how's this angle? The one where we don't have to look at you. How's that for an angle? Looks fine to me. Okay, she likes it, I guess. Okay, I'm starting. You got this. As a YouTuber, I gotta give some constructive criticism. It seems like they decided to start a YouTube channel, but they don't really know what they're gonna do yet. Like, they don't even know what kind of videos they're gonna post, which I guess is fine. Like, you can experiment a little bit, but they're even going into their first video not knowing what they're gonna do. That's how you end up making like Lele Pons videos, where you're just like, I don't know, let's just film whatever, we'll figure it out as we go. Like, what is this introduction video even gonna be? Because usually in an introduction video, people would be like, on this channel, you can expect to see, you know, penguin reviews. I'm gonna be talking about all the hottest penguins, the most dateable penguins of 2020. This one, hot as fuck. But since they don't know what kind of videos they're gonna post on their channel, what is the introduction video just gonna be? It's just gonna be like, hey, I am Mia. Please subscribe. Hey guys, I'm Mia. Okay, so I guess that is what it's gonna be. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Mia goes on talking about herself and her life. It's not important. You don't need to you don't need to see any of that. Any of the interesting stuff. Unaware of what is going to happen in the next few weeks. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed episode 1. I'm really sorry for it being short. Please give me feedback. Bye. Oh, okay. Well, so to be continued. We'll do one more episode. I think there's like 8 total. So we'll squeeze another one into this video. Hey guys, welcome back. This episode should be very exciting. Let's get into it. But first, I'll give you a chance to edit your character. So what's your name? Oh, maybe we get to actually use our name this time. So I'm gonna name her Greggy again. Let's see if we actually get to use the name this time, or if she's just gonna be Mia again. I don't think we want to change anything unless I can give her white hair. No, all the colors are the same. So, looks good to me. She's perfect. She's beautiful. I still don't know if I should have posted the video. I really want to, but if I do, it's up for everybody to see. I'm gonna do it. Post it. Damn, that was fast. I doubt it'll even get any views anyway. Later on, at school. No views. I knew I wouldn't get any. What's the point? So this is kind of interesting. It's like a duality because she wants it to be popular because she wants to be a popular YouTuber, but she also like doesn't want anyone to see it. That's something I kind of relate to, honestly. It's like, I want my videos to get views because it's very gratifying to be a creator and have people watch what you do, but knowing that like people I know watch my videos kind of freaks me out because I just like picture them watching it, and I know they don't laugh at every joke, and so just picturing them watching my videos and like not laughing at some of the jokes just really irks me for some reason, because it just like picturing them being like, oh, that wasn't very funny. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna hide in a hole forever, for the rest of my life. She wants the views, she just doesn't want anyone to see it somehow. She wants her cake and she wants to eat it too, I'd say. Hey Mia, it's me, Skylar. Hey Skylar. I was just going to see if you wanted to maybe do something this weekend. That is, if you're not busy. Ooh, a little bit of romance in this too. So it's not just about YouTube, it's about falling in love. Is he asking me out? Yeah, for sure. Cool, I'll call you tonight. Sounds great. What was that? I think he just asked me on a date. What? He's like one of the most popular guys in school. She says as she points with a fully straightened arm across the room in the opposite direction of where he went. He's one of the most popular boys in school! I even heard that Leah had a little crush on him. Aw, shit. Not her arch nemesis. Oh, this won't end well. Who cares? Rub it in her face. Ha 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 ha. Grace was the one who was making a big deal about it, and then all of a sudden she was like, actually, who cares? Who cares? What? One of the most popular boys in school and our bully has a crush on him? What, do you think I should not go on a date or what? I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about anything. That's so mean. But to be honest, she really deserves it. I would like to point out that we haven't seen any evidence that Leah deserves anything. We haven't seen her bully anyone, really. All we've seen her do is be like, hey, did you say my name? Okay, I'm not crazy. Bye. We haven't really seen her do anything that, like, warrants revenge. Did you post the video? Yeah, still no views. Just keep posting. You're gonna gain subscribers eventually. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll make another video after school. That's good. I like that her first video didn't go viral. I was kind of worried it was gonna make her, like, introduction video go viral, which I've never seen happen before. Unless it's for, like, a person that's already famous making a YouTube channel. Like, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's intro video probably went viral. But, like, just a random person being like, hey, I'm Mia, and this is my channel. Like, that would never go viral. So I was worried it was gonna make that video go viral, but I guess she's gonna keep posting, so that's good. Also, I'm just realizing it's still not using the name that we added. We're still Mia, so that's kind of disappointing. Why did it let us change our name? Was it just like, you can change it to Mia again if you want to? If it wasn't Mia before, you better make it Mia now. I've gotta run, I'll meet you at lunch. Off she goes. Oh, I got a view! Ooh, 1 view. Mia, your video has got over 100 views! Are you serious? Oh. Okay, so is this video gonna go viral? Yes, look! Oh my god! She's not even looking at her phone. She's just like, oh shit! 100 views? Wow! I wish I could see it, but my phone's too high. It's a start, I guess. I'll say, 100 views for your first video where all you do is just like introduce yourself? That's pretty good. You have to make another video when you get home. Yeah, I will. What about though? Make a story time video. That's a good idea. Nothing interesting has happened to me. Ever. In my whole life, nothing interesting has ever happened to me. I've been sitting in a room smoking cigarettes for 60 years, and then I went to high school and met you. That's all. That's the only thing that's ever happened to me. And that, my friend, is why clickbait was invented. Okay, this episode story is kind of taking a cynical approach to being a YouTuber. It's kind of like you gotta lie in order to make it. This is kind of interesting. That's terrible. I'll find something to make it about. Remember in first class when you ate a berry off the big tree and everyone told you they were poisonous? Yeah. Talk about that and caption the video, I was poisoned. Oh, so now I can decide whether it's a good idea or not. Should I lead Mia down the path of lying in her YouTube videos, or should we try to stay honest? Shit. I don't know. What do I want to come of this? Here's my plan. I'm gonna say it's okay to lie at first, and once we get a little bit bigger, maybe we'll stop lying if it gives me an option again. But you know what? Just to get the ball rolling a little bit, we can be a little bit clickbaity. That's fine. That's a really good idea, actually. I think it's a great idea. I'll decide when I get home. Oh. Okay. I don't actually get to make any decisions for her. I just get to decide what she says, and then she'll decide later. Okay, well, I've got an appointment to go to, so I'll see you tomorrow. She's right. I'm not gonna get views unless I use some sort of clickbait. I'm just not interesting. That afternoon, Mia's phone begins to ring. Hello? Oh, hey, Skylar. Tomorrow after school? Yeah, for sure. Oh, shit, I think we got a date. We got a date with that hubba hunk. of a man, Skylar. Okay, bye. He just asked me to go to the movies with him. Yes. Things are looking good for Mia here. She's got a YouTube video on the rise. She's got a hubba hunk of a man. I've never said that before in my life, but that's how I'm gonna describe Skylar from now on. That hubba hunk of a man. Okay, I've gotta make this video. Okay, camera is set up, and by that she means my phone is in video mode. And that's all the setting up that is required. Here goes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be telling a story time. I was poisoned! That's actually pretty good. Just like a attention grabber, a nice hook right from the start. Hey guys, today I'm gonna be telling a story. I was poisoned! So basically in first grade, in first class, we all went on an excursion to the zoo. I'm assuming first class is like first grade. The person who wrote this is like British or something, or maybe they live somewhere else. But they say mum and they say first class, so they're not American. That's for sure. Speak American, dude. In first class, we all went on an excursion to the zoo, and there were these big trees there. I was so starving, I would have eaten anything. So, I picked a berry from this tree, and I ate it. Then, next minute, all these kids are running around saying, "You're gonna die!" Oh, shit. So I was freaking out. How did all the kids at once know to say, "You're gonna die"? Like, why did everyone immediately think, that's poison? We all know. We all took a poisonous plants class together. Were you not there? It was like at the community center. We all took it together. You're gonna die. Mia continues to tell the story with excitement. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, that's done. I wish I could see one of her YouTube videos. We only just get like snippets of them. Just sort of like the intro, and then the story's just kind of like, and so on. And we never really get to see what the full YouTube video is. I would like to critique it. Now I just need to post it. Done. I'm so tired, I'm gonna go to bed. Dude, actually, honestly, that's pretty relatable. When I film a YouTube video, I can't like do anything for the rest of the day. My brain is so fried from trying to make sure I don't fuck up while I'm filming that I just like lay on the couch and do nothing for the rest of the day. So that's actually pretty relatable. Good night, world. Through the night, Mia's phone does not stop buzzing. One buzz after another. That is how it would go if it didn't stop buzzing. What's happening? Find out on the next episode of A YouTuber's Reality. Also, I really want to get the first 3 episodes out, and then I promise the episodes will become much longer. Chloe. All right, well, I say we call it there, fam. There's the first 2 episodes of A YouTuber's Reality. That's 2 out of 8. You know, if this video doesn't turn out super boring, maybe we can finish the series some other time. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys had some LaCroix. If you want to get the shirt again, it's at DannyGonzalez.store, or you can get the hoodie version of it. It's pretty much the same color, and that's pretty much the end of the video. Let's end it right now. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great 2022. I know I am. Now that the New Year's finally here, I know a lot of us have resolutions trying to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. A big one for me personally is I want to stop making fun of videos on the internet, just for my own mental health. I want to, you know, any sort of goofing around or being silly or making jokes online, I'm definitely gonna want to stop this year. So if you see me doing any of that, making fun of any sort of online content, please let me know. That would definitely ruin my year to break my resolution so early. So, you know, hold me accountable and do not let me do that. Okay, thank you. Anyway, today I'm gonna talk about this guy that eats balls.
Fresh, raw testicle.
That's right, baby. We're talking about the Liver King. If you don't know who the Liver King is, he's gained a lot of popularity in the past few months. He's got 1.4 million followers on TikTok, and he's come to prominence, I think, for the most part due to his unorthodox lifestyle. His eating habits, his workout routine, his disdain for technology, even though he is famous on a phone app. But basically, this guy just sort of like documents his life and what he eats and stuff as he tries to live as our ancestors did. That's his big thing. He's the CEO of the ancestral lifestyle. Meat. In case you're wondering what the ancestral lifestyle is, it's meat, okay? Our ancestors ate meat and balls. They ate testicles.
Fresh, raw testicle.
As you can see, he is absolutely jacked, shredded, ripped, chiseled, etc. And so a lot of people follow him for like health advice and workout tips and how to build muscle and stuff. And I thought it'd be great to watch this guy's videos since we're all trying to be healthy in the new year to get some health tips. So let's go ahead and watch what he eats on a Wednesday afternoon.
Liver King here. It's Wednesday afternoon and we are breaking our 24-hour fast. This is how we break our fast on a Wednesday rest day after we did a successful simulated hunt.
Did he just say that it's his rest day and that he just completed a successful simulated hunt? How is that a rest day? I guess I don't really know what a simulated hunt is, but he sounds out of breath at the start of the video like he literally just came from a simulated hunt.
Liver King here.
And it does not sound like, from how out of breath he is, that he has been having a relaxing rest day. Nothing more relaxing than just taking it easy every now and again, you know, with a good old rest day. Just kicking back, relaxing, and sprinting through the forest for 7 hours with a spear, looking for a fake goose? I don't know what a simulated hunt is. He has kids. I wonder if he's like making his kids dress up in a like a deer costume and he's chasing them through the woods.
We're gonna start with a protein shake, about 30 grams of protein. We got some full fat yogurt in here with some amazing concoction. Ask me about the recipe.
Super vague. This is some amazing concoction. It's like he doesn't even know what it is. And this is some sort of amazing concoction. I don't know what it is. Just sort of appears at the foot of my bed every morning. It tastes disgusting, but it's the only thing keeping me alive.
Ask me about the recipe. You're gonna absolutely love this. We got 10 ounces of bone-in, skin-on sardines. We have 3 ounces of fresh, raw testicle.
Thank God the testicle is fresh and raw, you know? Otherwise that would be gross. If it was cooked testicle, that would be insane, dude. People would think you were crazy for wanting to cook a testicle before you eat it. Are you nuts? Are you? Are you nuts or are these nuts? So yeah, this guy is like super popular on social media right now. He has like a huge following. People are like super into his diet and his lifestyle. And from the looks of his videos, he has like a huge ass house. So it kind of seems like he was rich before he started blowing up on TikTok. So I was kind of curious like how he amassed his fortune. So I've been doing a little research because I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Luckily, he has his real name in his TikTok. His name on TikTok is Brian Johnson, aka Liver King, which is kind of funny, like as if anybody would know him as just Brian Johnson. Hey, do you follow Liver King on TikTok? His health advice is like really helpful. Liver King, let me think. Now, I don't know, man, you're gonna have to be more specific. There's like thousands of Liver Kings that I know of, so. You know of 1,000 different Liver Kings? Yeah, there's gotta be like at least I don't know, 1 million Liver Kings on TikTok, did you say? No, I'm just talking about this guy, the only guy on TikTok named Liver King. Brian Johnson, aka Liver King. Oh, Brian Johnson! Yeah, dude, of course. You should have told me the more unique name first. Brian Johnson. Anyway, I found out that our boy Brian has a LinkedIn, which I was a little bit taken aback to find, if I'm being honest. Like, this guy does not look like he should have a LinkedIn account. Like, just the thought of this guy, like, applying for a job seems like way too beta for this guy. Like, this guy just would, if he needed a job, he would just, like, walk in and start working somewhere. But anyway, he's got a LinkedIn, and it's all about how he owns a supplement company. He is one of the owners of Ancestral Supplements. I will preface this, I am not a health expert. I do not know how to be healthy outside of like eat vegetables. Okay, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and maybe I'm a colossal dumbass. It's very possible. But like, weren't our ancestors like super unhealthy? Does the bubonic plague not ring a bell? The image I get of the past is just that like everyone was sick all the time. So naming it Ancestral Supplements is not super appealing to me personally. I mean, I guess I get what he's going for. It's like we want to go back to like before things were so heavily processed and stuff like that. That all makes sense. But when I think of our ancestors, I think like, take these supplements to be just like our ancestors. You'll be sick, you'll be dirty, and you'll die the second you're born, just like our ancestors. On their website, they have a bit of a story as to how he started the company. I'll read you a small passage and I think you'll get the gist. When my boys were tiny, around 2004-ish, they did not thrive. They were allergic to everything. Every doctor we took them to just gave us the same prescriptions for allergy medicines, Benadryl, and an EpiPen. All of those things do sound kind of useful to me, but I guess that's why I am not a liver prince. Also, they did not thrive is like the funniest way to say that like his kids had like serious health conditions. It almost makes it sound like it's their fault. They did not thrive. They were squandering their opportunity at life. They were just not up to the task. After reading Nutrition and Physical Degeneration by Weston Price, we took matters into our own hands, starting with organic, pasture-raised, and wild-caught nose-to-tail foods. Definitely would not recommend taking it into your own hands. I guess he just doesn't really describe what the issue is very well. He's just like, all the doctors prescribe the same things. Allergy medicines for their allergies, Benadryl, EpiPen for their allergies. Why are they all prescribing the same thing? It's almost like there's a medical consensus of like the thing that helps with allergies. I'm not really sure what taking things into your own hands by starting with pasture-raised foods is supposed to do. He's like, Dad, I ate a nut, help. Not a testicle, an actual nut, and I'm choking on it. I need help. And Liver King's like, don't worry, son, I got you. What you need is some organic beef jerky. Here you go, buddy. Tell your old man thanks. Again, his kids might be perfectly healthy. I really don't know. If you're a doctor, please comment on this video. Actually, it seems like they're doing good now. They're in the top 95th percentile for academics. When they test their mile and physical fitness, they're in the 99th percentile. Okay, good for them. I guess, you know, have them run a mile, they'll go crazy. You know, hand him a nut, on the other hand, I don't know. My name is Brian Johnson, aka The Liver King. I am one of the owners of Ancestral Supplements. My wife, the biological dentist, is currently introduced... What is a biological dentist? Isn't that every dentist? She fixes teeth for, like, organisms, basically. She'll fix people's teeth, bugs' teeth, plants' teeth. The biological dentist. What could that mean? And my ex-wife, the cyborg dentist. Okay, my wife, the biological dentist, is currently introducing me to people as the Bear, even though I keep telling her that it's the Liver King. Holy shit, that's so funny. He has it. He already has a nickname. He made up a name for himself, the Liver King. And his wife is just like, no, you're the Bear. I'm gonna introduce it to everyone as the Bear. I already told my wife that it's the Liver King. That's like my whole brand. I go by the Liver King. She keeps introducing me to people as the Freak, the Monster, the Testicle Nibbler. All right, but I don't want you to get the wrong idea. He is really into his diet, and that's super important to him, but that's not the only part of living the ancestral lifestyle. This guy's big thing is living by these like 9 ancestral tenets that he follows, and a big part of that is how he sleeps. So this TikTok shows what kind of bed he sleeps on.
Liver King here. This is how Liver King and Liver Queen sleep. You'll see that we have our little wool pads on top of these little wooden boxes that we made. It's just some plywood so that we can elevate the beds, especially in a high humidity environment so we don't get any mold underneath. And we have these thin wool pads that are just, I don't know, an inch or two. Just a little bit of stuff down here to give enough cushion.
Why do I get the idea that like he didn't... This wasn't his original plan. I feel like his original ancestral plan was just to sleep on the floor, and then he was like, God damn, this is uncomfortable. So he's like, well, maybe it would still be kind of considered ancestral living if I like built a little wooden thing. Because they probably had wood back then, so I'll just sleep on wood. So then he built this like wooden pallet thing, and he tried sleeping on that, and he was still like, this sucks, I can't do it. And so then he added this like thin wool pad. Before you know it, he's gonna have a bed. He's gonna be like, and then on top of the wool pad, I just put like a memory foam mattress. Just went to Mattress Firm, just like they used to do back in the ancestral days. And I put that right on top of the wool pad. And that's basically how the Liver Queen and I sleep.
Liver Queen will never allow a cell phone in here. But if she catches Liver King listening to a book, we have this little Faraday bag, and that's where the phone goes. Even though the phone is always going to be in airplane mode, this is just an insurance policy.
So that's another important thing to him and his wife. He talks about it a lot, is that they don't want any like radiation or EMFs is what they say in their house. Electromagnetic fields, any sort of radio signal. They want none of that in their house. So anytime there is like a phone in their house, it's got to be in one of these bags.
You'll see that we also have Ethernet cables here. That's why phones or Wi-Fi is not allowed in the room. That's why that phone in your hand shouldn't be in here either, but this is for the greater good.
Yeah, my wife doesn't even let me listen to a book in bed without putting my phone in a Ziploc bag made out of chainmail. But I'll make an exception just this once so that you guys can know how uncomfortable I am when I sleep and how my wife is afraid of phones. The people have to know, you know? They have to know that I need help. He is kind of throwing his wife under the bus in this scene, though. I'm starting to make me wonder if he likes any of this stuff or it's like all his wife's idea.
The walls are grounded, the floors are grounded, the ceiling is all grounded with grounding paint. And so this is really just a pristine sleep environment so that we can recover, rebuild, and restore to our optimal ability.
Yeah, we've really shielded the environment. We've made it the most serene, relaxing place you could possibly toss and turn all night on a wooden plank. I'm kind of curious how far back of like ancestors he's talking about. Like when was the ideal period for human health, I'm wondering.
Just a little bit of stuff down here to give enough cushion to kind of mimic what our early ancestors would have done with some local plants.
He says that like the wool on his bed is just to mimic what our ancestors would have done with like plants. So he's saying like our ancestors far back enough that they like just slept on like on the ground with like some like pine needles or grass. You know, guys, our early ancestors, they were really healthy. They were covered in fur, they ate bananas, our early ancestors. That's how I'm trying to live. I'm gonna build a tree in my house. I'm gonna swim into a volcano in the ocean to live like our earliest ancestors. Kinda wanna just live like a single-celled organism, if that's cool. Oh shoot, this is a workout TikTok. This guy's about to go super barbarian mode. I've seen a lot of people say this guy's on steroids. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how possible it is to get a physique like this purely naturally. But what I do know is that regardless, Liver King puts in work to get the muscle he has. Let's take a look at one of his workouts. He looks so sad. Maybe it's just the weight of everything that's kind of making him hunch over like that, but he just looks so dejected. Is this part of the workout? He just breaks down crying.
Alright guys, now I'm on the ground. And I'm still working out. I'm gonna do 10 sets of weeping. Why am I doing this? Oh! I just want to eat one candy. I just want one candy, please.
This pause is so long and uncomfortable. Oh my god. Okay, yep, no, I no longer think that this might be healthy. That was the saddest sound I ever heard. Jesus, dude. Brian, buddy, you don't have to live like this, man.
And now I'm just gonna lift this shit back up. Yep, this is what you gotta do to be healthy, guys. This is the only way to live happy and healthy.
You know, most people, if they wanted to sell you supplements, they would just like put an ad on Facebook or like take out a billboard or something. This guy's like, I'm gonna strap 1,000 pounds to my balls and walk up and down the driveway for 3 hours just to show you how happy and healthy I am. I'm gonna do that for you. The saddest part about this whole video is the end, because after that insane workout, you know where he's ended up? At his gym. Like, this was all just like a warm-up for his workout. I don't know if that's actually true or not. That might have been his whole workout. I just thought it was funny. I thought at the end he was gonna be like, okay, I'm done now. But he's just like arriving at the gym. Imagine showing up to Planet Fitness like this. Just screaming and crying, covered in weights. But I gotta hand it to him, this is just how our ancestors used to show up to the gym. The jungle gym.
Liver King here with Liver Queen and Liver Boys. This is what we're having for our family dinner today.
Oh, damn. He doesn't call his kids the liver princes? Shit. I wonder what the reason behind that is. Are the boys not thriving enough to inherit the throne to the liver kingdom? Liver King, Liver Queen. These are our little liver peasants.
We have liver, of course, with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have bone marrow, Liver King concoction. We have some vegetables. That is a joke. And we have protein shake.
Wait.
This is what Liver King family had for dinner today.
Oh, damn. Okay. It started to pan over to one of the boys, and the first plate you see is an empty plate. I was like, holy shit, is he not letting his kids eat? My boys, of course, are eating nothing tonight. They are not fit to eat like a king, so they will be simulating a failed hunt. So the main course here is just as a pound of raw beef. That makes me want to throw up.
This morning, I was putting in the work, and I met another primal who was also putting in the work. And in honor of you, Mike, from Canada, for honoring the struggle of our early ancestors, and by helping to spread this message, this is for you. This set.
Whoa, Mike getting a shout out, dude. Shout out Mike. Mike is probably losing his primal mind right now.
Oh my god, he noticed me!
I will say he does appear to be getting a little bit too into this set dedicated to Mike. He's like humping the ground. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do push-ups like that. That's wild. He goes from doing push-ups to doing that like grind on me Vine trend that shirtless boys used to do.
This is for you, Mike. This is for you, buddy.
I don't really know what to make of this whole primal lifestyle thing. I mean, he does seem happy. Like in all of his videos, he's smiling. So maybe there's something to this. I don't know. He definitely seems happy. I guess, you know, it could just be because he spent like the past 20 years living his life completely unchecked by anybody. He's just been like eating whatever he wants, and apparently no one around him has told him like, hey, don't you think it's kind of weird that you walk around without a shirt on all the time? Also, he's like rich, so maybe that helps too. I'm kind of curious to see what his day-to-day life is like, so let's check out this video, Inside Liver King's home. Exclusive house tour.
Liver King here. Welcome to my cave. First thing I want to show you is this sign. It says cell phone reception goes here, and by here, that really means this Faraday cage. And that Faraday cage is going to make sure to block all the EMFs from the phone so we can maintain this healthy, pristine environment that we created. This is my office. This is where stuff gets done. This is my standing office.
Wait, he's got a gun? That just changed my whole perspective of this dude. It makes sense, but no sense at the same time. This dude has a gun? That goes against everything I thought I knew about him. The ancestral lifestyle? And you go hunting with that? Did they have that, Brian? Did they have that back then? How does this dude have every phone in his house like locked in a garbage can so that they don't like throw off the vibe? But his gun is just like, he just kind of like threw it on the table. That can go there. That never hurt anybody.
In the evenings, This is where I come to relax. I sit down on this pew.
That says so much about him. Sometimes when I want to relax and I don't want to lay on my hard wooden bed, I'll come out and sit on this cold wooden bench. I'll just sort of sit here in the dark and think about my life.
And I just have all the lights off, and people walk by and they don't even see me here. Yeah.
What? That's not a good sign, dude. I think they see you. I think they're avoiding you. Yeah, I'm kind of invisible here for some reason. It's kind of weird. People just walk by me and they sort of like, it almost looks like they're avoiding eye contact with me. Their pace really picks up too when they get around this part in the hallway.
Okay, we're standing on our outside patio. We have our cold plunge. I hope that you can take a look at the cold plunge because there's pine needles in here. There are leaves in here. There's stuff in here that you'd probably say you should probably clean your cold plunge. But this is all earth. This is all stuff that's gonna help your skin biome. This is just getting the earth on you.
Yeah, you can see some pine needles in there, dirt, bugs, broken glass, shit, a dead squirrel. It's all good for you though. Human remains there. This is an active crime scene actually, so. And I'll just sort of hop in there and swim around with my mouth wide open and just take in all that good stuff into my body. It's good for you. Also, does he say it's good for your skin biome?
This is all stuff that's gonna help your skin biome.
I did not know I had a skin biome. That's interesting. Does that mean there's things living on my skin? And this, of course, is good for all of the ants and spiders and small little maggots that live on my skin. And he's got jet skis too. This dude is like the most peaceful, serene guy, except for when it comes to like shooting guns and riding jet skis, I guess. I wonder if he does all the fun stuff when his kids and wife go to bed. He's like, all right, kids, I'll see you tomorrow for another day of simulated hunting and foraging in the woods for berries. Then he like hops on his jet ski and just like rips around the lake shooting his gun. Yeah! Goes to a strip club. His wife's like, honey, where were you last night? He was like, oh, I was on the pew. You didn't see me? I was on my little bench. All right, guys, well, I hope that gave you some good insight and some tips on staying healthy this year. But now let's talk about our sponsor, Inkbox Tattoos. Hey, you're probably wondering how I got this cool ass ghost on my arm, aren't you? Or maybe you're a little more focused on this sweet little snake. Oh, what? Oh, what's that? Is that a little bumblebee? Is that a tiny little bumblebee on my fingy? You might even be asking yourself, Danny, did you just go get 3 permanent tattoos in between the last segment of the video and this segment of the video? Hell no. I don't have that kind of time. Look, guys, sometimes you just want to change up your look, express yourself a little bit, put some fun art on your skin, but you don't want to permanently change the way your body looks, right? Like, you might want a little bumblebee on your finger right now, but you might not want that forever, which is why Inkbox is the perfect way to express yourself with their For Now ink. Each tattoo lasts about 1 to 2 weeks and then fades as your skin just like naturally regenerates. They're easy to apply and you do it at home. You don't even need like a wet rag. You just stick it on your skin. You don't have to spend hours sitting in a chair at a tattoo parlor. You just slap it on and you got 1 to 2 weeks of a fresh new look. Inkbox has thousands of cool designs to choose from on their website. I have even curated a few, which you can check out by clicking the link in the description. And you could also upload your own images to create custom tattoos, which I think would be really great if you were thinking about getting a permanent tattoo and you wanted to see how it would look on your skin. I think their designs are really cool. They've got a lot of like intricate designs. This snake is pretty detailed. This bumblebee is actually very detailed for how small it is. And lucky for you guys, if you're interested in Inkbox tattoos, I've got a promo code for you, Danny BOGO. That stands for buy one, get one free, which is valid until February 28th. So if you want to change up your look, express yourself, maybe try out a permanent tattoo before you get it, head on over to the link in the description. Thank you to Inkbox for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Inkbox. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. I will be back very soon with another video. I'm going to be trying to post even more frequently this year, so make sure you're subscribed. Also, I've been posting on my second channel a little bit more lately, so if you want even more content, head on over there. There's some fun, like, off-the-cuff videos that I think are good if you're looking for a little bit more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. A girl with an evil stepmother and 2 evil stepsisters. A creepy, unlikable love interest. A bunch of little Mexican mice. And a rapping dog. What do these things all have in common, you might ask? They're all elements of the perfect movie about the Titanic. Guys, today I'd like to take you on a trip back to the year 2000 to talk about the best movie about the Titanic ever made. Now, if you know anything about the movie Titanic, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, didn't that movie come out in the year
1997?
And it did. The movie Titanic came out in the year
1997.
But a lot of people don't know that an animated ripoff of the movie Titanic called Titanic: The Legend Goes On came out in the year 2000. And oh my god, It is atrocious. It's totally insensitive to the tragedy that was the Titanic. They added in all these quirky characters like cartoon animals and a silly bumbling detective, and on top of all that, the movie makes no sense. To the point where I watched this movie like 3 or 4 times, still didn't get the plot, and then had to look it up on Wikipedia to find out what was going on. Even the name Titanic: The Legend Goes On is a bad title. The Legend? I don't know if I'd describe the Titanic as a legend. It's a very well-documented tragedy. The Titanic is a legend, dude. It was legendary, bro. You know what? Go ahead and buy the movie, too. Go get it on DVD or something if they still sell it. Because I want you to believe how bad I'm going to make this movie seem, because you're not going to believe me when I tell you. But before we get into it, let's talk about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Yep, that's right, your boy got a sponsor. So let's talk about it. In case you've been living under a rock for the past couple months and haven't been watching other YouTubers promoting this game, Raid Shadow Legends is a huge sensation right now. It's one of the most popular games in the mobile gaming world. It's an RPG that changes everything about RPGs. It's rated as one of the top 3 RPGs on the Google Play Store, and it's just been nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019 User's Choice Award. So, must be a pretty good game, right? Yeah, it is. The game is crazy popular. It's been downloaded over 15 million times in the last 6 months. So now that I've told you all those fancy things about it, you're probably wondering what it is, huh? Well, too bad, I'm not gonna tell you. Psych! I am. It's an epic dark fantasy done right. A hero collection turn-based game with over 400 champions for you to collect and personally customize. And the best part is, it's free to play. There's even weekly tournaments and events. Fighting in the arena, running special dungeons, or just leveling up your heroes, there's always a way to compete and win extra prizes every week. The game is growing super fast, and check out this cool roadmap that they've published. They have huge plans to continue updating the game for over 6 months. So there's infinite content for you to enjoy, and no time to get bored. Because who likes getting bored? Not me. That's why I've been playing it this whole time. So what are you waiting for? Go to the description, click on the special links, and you'll get 50,000 free silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program to start your journey. You can find me under the nickname I am Greg, so add me and maybe we can clan up. Thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Raid Shadow Legends. I hope you guys check out Raid Shadow Legends. When you do, it directly supports my channel, it helps me to continue branching out and doing other stuff, so thank you guys for all your help. And now, let's complain. So the movie starts off with the Titanic sinking. So, spoiler alert. And I was like, wait, if this is where the movie starts, where are they gonna go from here? The dang ship already went down. People are screaming and drowning and jumping off the boat. There's nowhere for the plot to go. I mean, what are the characters gonna do? Just go home and think about what happened? And there's no way you can escalate from there. From the Titanic, but it turns out it was just a flashback. The movie starts with a flashback of the Titanic sinking, and then we go back to before the Titanic even happens. Either way, a very somber way to start a children's movie, to be sure. So this movie's actually got a bit of a Cinderella vibe to it, as if it wasn't already knocking off one movie, they're just straight up ripping off Cinderella as well. This girl, Angelica, is traveling with her evil stepmother and her evil stepsisters. She's sort of like their servant, and they treat her like garbage.
Stop moping over that picture. You're never going to find your precious mother.
Your precious mother!
You're never gonna find your mom, you idiot! Oh, you miss your mom because she died or something? Get a life, dude.
You're wrong. I will find her, and my father too. I'll find them both.
Anyway, they get to the boat. It shows a bunch of people getting on the Titanic. You see families getting on the Titanic, different people getting on the Titanic. There's also some geese wearing bonnets getting on the Titanic. I don't know why there's just this whole subplot about the animals that live on the Titanic that totally baffles me. Why would geese even be interested in a transatlantic cruise to America? I don't know. But there they go, on their own little ramp. The animals have their own little ramp to get onto the boat.
There's going to be plenty to keep you busy aboard this tub.
So the thing about this movie that is going to make it kind of hard to make this video is that there's like 900 different subplots going on, and none of them make any sense. And the worst part about it is all of the subplots start at the exact same time. They try to introduce them all at once at the beginning of the movie. And Angelica misses her mom, and her stepmother's an evil witch, and there's geese on the ship, and this guy is hitting on this sexy girl, and a detective's on board to solve the case. What case? I don't know. He's just there. And they also just do a really bad job of introducing every character character and what their motives are. Like this woman, she comes out of nowhere. Every time she talks, you're like, what did she just say?
Hurry up your layabouts!
What do you...
Excuse me?
Hurry up your layabouts!
Sorry up to layabout! Oh yeah, that thing that people say. Tarya to layabout. And why is he doing that? I get what this guy's doing. He's trying to pull one of the suitcases out of the car, but what is he doing? What is... He's just like losing his balance for no reason.
How do you do? Don't know. We don't know.
Jeffrey, what are you...
Oh, Angelica, you really are hopeless.
Here you are. Let's hope it's a smooth crossing.
Hold up, does this dude know the Titanic is gonna sink?
Let's hope it's a smooth crossing.
Why did he deliver that line so ominously? Hope it's a smooth ride. I just genuinely hope that it's a smooth ride. And I don't know anything that would lead me to believe that it won't be. There's so many people to introduce, so many people get on this boat. There's a family of mice, there's this bird who's like a mail bird, or I don't know what he's got, like a satchel like he's gonna deliver mail. There's a touring band of Mexican mice.
What's with the costumes, guys? We've been on tour, senor, and cannot wait to get home, muchachos?
Yeah, this part did not age well. I mean, none of it did, but this part especially is kind of like, huh? They're Mexican mice. They got big sombreros. They're in a mariachi band or something, and they all want chili.
Chile.
They all want to get home so they can eat chili.
Mommy, what am I going to do? Call her, Mommy. Call her at once. This is Angelica's fault. Look at this hole in my favorite dress. I wanted to wear it. Oh, it's got bigger and bigger.
Come in.
You rang, Mum?
Please go fetch my ward. Angelica Pickering, down in 3rd class.
I don't know who that guy is, or why he's so short, and why his suit looks like it was made for a normal-sized person, like he's a child who's trying to pretend to be an adult. And they never explain who he is, and he never shows up in the movie again. His only role in the movie is to walk in like, yes, Mom. And then he leaves and we never see him again. So even though Angelica is traveling with the evil rich stepmother and her 2 stepchildren, since she's kind of like their servant, she's in 3rd class. And they really put her to work.
You didn't pack our clothes properly, you clumsy girl.
Blaming her for stuff that she didn't even do.
Pick up those bits of broken china at once.
Which transitions us to the part of the movie that's about the animals. We go to the storage part of the ship where the animals, I guess, live. And this part of the movie is probably the weirdest scene of any movie that I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that to be dramatic. It's so weird that you probably won't even believe me when I tell you what happens. So I'm gonna try to play as much of the scene in its entirety as I can.
How about if she comes to our party, Mama? We are having one, aren't we?
We'll talk to Fritz about her.
Just the snack I'm looking for.
If it hadn't been for you, I would be now in someone else's digestion.
You know there's something you should know, so I'm gonna tell you so. Don't sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show.
Working all day, now it's time to unwind. Kick back, relax, take a load off your mind.
Yep, the mouse thanks the dog for saving his life, and instead of responding in any sort of way that makes sense or has anything to do with what the mouse said, the dog starts rapping about how it's party time.
I'll be busting the moves and I'll be busting the rhymes. We'll be busting up laughing cause it's party time.
All aboard the Titanic! It's party time! There's so many things that don't make sense! What is going on?
Party time, it's party time. Everybody's feeling fine cause it's party time.
He's rapping! Rap won't be invented for several decades. The dog is suddenly wearing this, like, tank top and athletic shorts. He wasn't wearing that before. The second he starts rapping, he's just all of a sudden in this hip-hop outfit. The animation is creepy. It doesn't match up with what he's saying. Sometimes it's downright horrendous. He keeps showing his creepy hands clapping, like his creepy fingery hands. It's a dog. He shouldn't have fingers. He's got little furry fingers. It's not cute. It's creepy. It's not even just like a little jingle that he does and walks off either. It's an entire song. It lasts for like at least 2 minutes. It has a chorus. It has verses. They're all about party time. He's using an antique radio as a boombox. Obviously, because boomboxes haven't been invented yet. So he's got this old antique radio. This scene is the weirdest part of the movie, and it's one of, if not the weirdest scenes I've ever seen. But by no means is this scene alone in how weird it is. This movie is full of scenes like this. During pretty much every scene of this movie, at the end of it, when it cuts to the next scene, I'm left wondering, like, what just happened? What is going on?
Who knows what's around the corner? I dream of my first building going up in America.
Progress, Sir William. Progress. One must always be ready to progress. Your humble secretary, even I, could someday become perhaps even your boss. Yeah, if you don't need me, I think I'll take a stroll around the deck.
What was that? What was that exit? He said like a million things and then just left and no one was even talking to him. I feel like they took like 8 different lines of dialogue and smashed it into one, edited them all together. Hey, humble secretary, who knows? One day maybe perhaps even I could be your boss. I don't know, wonderful weather we're having. I'm going to take a stroll outside. I'm already gone. I believe this movie was originally in Italian and then they translated it to English for an American release. And I feel like some scenes they got lazy and didn't want to go through the trouble of translating them. So instead they just had the voice actors just grunt and make weird noises instead of talking. Like this scene where the thieves are doing a little robbery. They're walking around in someone's room in the dark and they're trying to steal some jewelry. Uh-oh, looks like it's time for some romance.
I bet you look ravishing in this.
Oh, dude. What? Don't do that, that's weird. Don't knock over someone's laundry and then just start looking through it. Creep. And she's like happy about it too. She's like, ooh, this nice man just knocked over my laundry I was carrying and then started rummaging through it. How romantic. Ah! Dude! Stop! Stop being creepy! What is this scene? Oh, jeez, I knocked over your laundry. Sorry, I'm such a klutz. I'll help you pick them up. Wait, whoa, are these your underwear? They're so big. I'm gonna put them on my head. I'm gonna rub your hand. Hey, do you wanna get married? And now they're in love. She walks away, and they're in love. I guess that's all it takes, you know? You know what they say, when you know, you know. And she knows that she's in love with this guy who runs into people and then rummages through their stuff and then rubs their hand. Rich boy coming knocking over my stuff. That's my type. That's my type.
Is something wrong, Master William?
I met a sweet, charming girl. I don't know who she is or even what part of the ship she's in. She's vanished into thin air.
We're on a ship in the middle of the ocean. She can hardly get off. You'll bump into her again?
That's kind of a creepy thing to say, too, isn't it?
Her eyes were like, oh, Nanny.
Oh, Nanny, her eyes. Oh, Nanny. Oh, her eyes, Nanny.
This dude is so weird. Why did they make the love interest so weird? Look, now he's getting all hot and bothered and he grabs onto his nanny and shakes her around to tell her how beautiful this girl is.
She's beautiful, Nanny, don't you get it? She's beautiful! She's the most beautiful girl I ever seen! And she does laundry, Nanny. That's the only thing I know about her, Nanny.
So he goes off to find Angelica instead of continuing to creep out his nanny.
Excuse me, madam. You were talking to a young lady. How can I find her?
I know she often comes out here for walks. Oh, I must go in now. It is chilly.
I just want to see her again. I have something to say to her.
Why does no one in this movie exit scenes properly? What was that? He's still in the middle of a conversation with her and she's like, I've got to go, bye-bye. And he keeps talking and she just turns around and walks out the door. It's like the animators got halfway into every scene and the director walked in and was like, end the scene! End it now! And the animators were like, okay, but they're just in the middle of talking. They just started a conversation. End it! The scene is over! Okay, all right, okay, fine. I guess she'll just walk away in the middle of a conversation. Is that what you want? End the scene! End it!
I would have thought you'd be upstairs listening to that wonderful singer.
I was too busy looking for someone. Now that I've found her, I'm not going to let her get away from me again.
Okay, it's not just me, right? Everything that comes out of this dude's mouth is really weird. Now that I've found you, I'm not going to let you get away. Now come here! Oh, look, they're so in love. They love each other so much.
I'm William. Will for short. I don't even know your name.
It's Angelica.
Will I see you at the reception tonight? Angelica.
Why can no one end conversations properly in this movie? Will I see you tonight?
Bye.
Are you gonna come tonight?
I gotta go.
I'm just wondering if I'll see you at the event.
Chilly out here.
I'd really love if you came. She's so beautiful. One weird thing I'm noticing about this movie too is that every time they switch scenes, they have an establishing shot of the boat to show you that what's taking place is still on the boat. You don't need to keep doing that. I know that we're still on the boat. The whole movie takes place on the boat. The movie is about the boat. Aw, now Will is at the reception all by himself, sulking. He's all lonely, reminiscing about all the times he and Angelica have shared. They play a little montage of all the times they've had together, which is 2 times, if you remember. So it's a very short montage. But then she gets a dress from this nice old woman. She goes to the ball, and she finds him, and they dance, and they have a great time, and they fall in love. They confess their love for each other.
Nothing you could tell me could prevent me from loving you. Nothing could prevent me from loving you. We'll find your parents too.
And he promises to help her find her parents. Remember that? Remember that plot from the beginning of the movie? Yep, that's still happening.
Being in love is the best thing in the whole world. She'll have no cares from now on. Just be happy, happy, happy.
There's an iceberg right in our path!
Oh no! Where'd that come from? No! Oh man, they're gonna sink. I mean, I knew that was gonna happen because that's what happens in the Titanic, but I forgot. I got too invested in the story and I forgot that they were all gonna die. Darn. So anyway, the boat sinks, obviously. Everyone gets onto the lifeboats and Will and Angelica get separated and Angelica doesn't even know if Will got on a lifeboat. Next like 10 minutes of the movie are just people screaming and drowning and falling into the water and Angelica trying to find Will. But then eventually, she sees him.
There's a body out there. Please try to get nearer.
Oh.
It's not him.
Never mind, dude. We don't have any room on the boat. Sorry.
Hang on.
It's William!
Oh, there's Will. Finally they found him. Wait, what happened to the kid that was with him? He was holding a kid before. He's just gone. So Will's on the boat, they kiss, they're so happy, and that's like the end of the movie. Oh, except for this part that the mouse narrates at the end about how everyone's doing now.
Wait a minute, where are you going? The movie isn't over yet. Don't you want to know what happened to everybody?
Turns out everyone lived happily ever after.
We're sitting really pretty. To thank us for saving him, our friend the ship's cook put us up at his new place of work.
The mice that were on board the ship now works with the chef on the ship. They have a restaurant together. The rapping dog works with the detective now. And Angelica and Will get married and they live happily ever after. Okay. So my thing is, you can't make a Titanic movie where the ending is like everyone lived happily ever after. Because they didn't. They totally brush over the fact that 1,500 people died. That's how many people died on the Titanic. That's most of the people. There were only like a little over 2,000 people on the Titanic. But this movie just totally forgets all about that and is like, but the mice opened up a restaurant with the chef. What is this movie supposed to teach kids? That the Titanic wasn't that bad? Anyways, sorry this movie was so bad. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where Santa leaves me a big present under the tree. But when I unwrap it, it's a warm gallon of milk. And I'm lactose intolerant. And he makes me drink the whole thing. Bye! This video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch. Or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Yeah. Over now. So why are you still watching this? What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of Badads, the show where we talk about the worst ads on all of the internet. I feel like it always looks so dark back there, and the Nutcracker just looks so creepy in the shadows. Ever since I started filming in this new room, I keep thinking like, oh, before I film my next video, I gotta decorate or something, because it looks like I'm just it looks like I'm in a hallway or something. There's just nothing in this room. Comment below what I should decorate this with. And then maybe I'll do it. But for now, I'm just gonna fix him. All right, little buddy, this might hurt a bit. Just kidding. Ta-da! Does that look good? There we are then. Okay. All right, don't do that. Oh yeah, okay, that looks better. Now he's all glowy. All right, guys, here we are back doing another episode of Badads. I'm sorry if I sound a little congested or a little sick. It's because I am. I think I might have caught something from Drew. I haven't seen him in a few months, but I did watch his most recent video where he was sick. So I might have caught something from that. All right, guys, well, the world of bad ads, or badads as I call them, is still going strong. Companies are continuing to make bad advertisement after bad advertisement in hopes of making an ad so weird that you have to click on it to see if the game is really like that. I think we all know by now that that's what's going on. I saw this Game of Sultans ad recently where there's this angry looking woman and your options are to either prank her, demote her, or bomb her? Jeez, man, okay, let's not do anything drastic. What did she do? It looks like he chose prank, because she's got a banana peel, and the banana's flying out of it. I don't know what kind of prank that is, but at least she's not getting bombed. I've kind of veered away from doing the Badad videos a little bit, because I got bored of them. It seemed like the same thing over and over. It was just like, a company would put weird text on the ad, and then I would be like, whoa, why'd they do that? Plus, I did that whole experiment where I made my own ads, and that felt like a nice end to the Badad series, a nice little cap on it. But I've really been holding off on it until something big comes up that I actually want to talk about, and that's why I'm doing another one today, because every single person on Twitter has tagged me in this tweet. But first, I wanted to do a little update on last week's video in a segment I like to call the Update Corner. Welcome to the Update Corner. It's just a different room, the corner of a different room that I've dedicated to updates. So let's get started. So the first update is that right after I posted that video, a lot of people commented that like most of the acting scenes on Troy Becker's account, all of the, you know, the clips of him doing like short film acting are just word for word ripoffs of scenes from other movies and TV shows. Like this one where he's in the Letterman jacket and he's talking to the girl. It's a direct copy of a scene from 13 Reasons Why.
You're a dryer now.
This one, he's talking to a guy who's on the computer, a nerdy looking guy. It's an exact copy of that Noah Centineo movie, A Perfect Date. I'm kneeling and it's hurting my knees, so I'm gonna put a pillow under my knees. But hey, that's just part of the update corner. And I know some acting classes do this for practice to like get you comfortable in front of a camera, give you a scene that you're already familiar with. But Paul Zimmer, when he posts these, he tries to pass it off as like an original thing that he's in. This one he captioned, "Very blessed to be a part of this short film." Ah yes, the critically acclaimed short film 13 Reasons Why. So I can't really figure out what he's trying to accomplish with this. Is he trying to make you think that this is a different thing? He's hoping that you've never seen 13 Reasons Why, which I haven't. Or is he hoping that you have seen 13 Reasons Why, but don't remember what any of the characters look like, so when you see this, you remember it from 13 Reasons Why, and assume that Troy Becker was in 13 Reasons Why. Another weird thing that happened is right after I posted my video, or like a couple hours after I posted my video, his Troy Becker account got deleted. At first I thought he deleted it because he realized, oh shit, I'm doing something weird. I should stop that. And so he deleted it. But then a little bit later it came back up, and then it got deleted again and came back up again. It was very weird. I'm not really sure what he was doing, but it's back as of right now. And we got some treats. We got some new treats. Because in the past few days, Paul Zimmer has been posting Instagram comedy videos. Or sorry, Troy Becker has been posting Instagram comedy videos. Paul Zimmer is dead or something. He's off doing whatever else. So this one is called I Hate When That Happens. Let's take a look. So of course, in order to convince you that he's a 16-year-old boy, he has to start the video with him on the phone with his mom, asking if they can have pizza for dinner tonight. You know, like a child.
Hey Mom, can you pick up pizza on your way home? Yes. Thank you, Mom.
So relatable. You know that relatable moment when your mom is bringing you home pizza?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah! Yes! Oh. So then he hangs up on his mom, he goes to watch some Netflix, because that's what 16-year-old boys do, but then he clicks on a show, and the TV is so loud that it sends him flying off the couch. And that's the whole thing. And he hates it when that happens. Don't you hate that relatable 16-year-old moment when your mommy's bringing home pizza, but the Netflix be too loud? Leave a fucking like if you relate, dude. So right off the bat with the first Instagram comedy video, I can tell that his acting skills have improved. Those acting classes that he's been taking, they're paying off.
Can you pick up pizza on your way home?
This scene has so much emotion. I mean, you can really see it in his face that he's delighted to be talking to his mother. He basically has a religious experience when his mom tells him she'll bring home pizza. The scene really speaks to me, but I find myself wanting more. I want more emotion, Troy. I almost said Paul. I want more emotion, Troy. But luckily, the next scene is a sad one. It's called When Your Crush Dumps You. Wait. Oh... Do you mean girlfriend? How can your crush dump you?
Okay, so you want to break up with me?
So he's on the phone with his crush, and she breaks up with him. Somehow. So then he's just driving around listening to the radio, but every radio station he turns on is playing some sad popular song that I can't play in this video because I'll get copyright claim, but you get the picture, it's sad. And as he's driving, he just gets sadder and sadder and sadder until eventually he just busts.
And you let her go.
What? Dude, what was that sound? That relatable 16-year-old moment when your crush dumps you? It sounds like a laugh. Damn. I felt that sound in my bones. That's the type of sound, if you play too loud on your TV, it's gonna send you flying over the couch and break your fucking spine. This has gotta be one of the top 10 saddest sounds I've ever heard. It's just kind of funny that Paul Zimmer is going through all this trouble of starting this new persona, this whole new journey with this new character named Troy Becker, where he's giving himself like a second chance, you know? He messed up before, and now he's got a second chance. He's got to really make it count. But then like the Instagram comedy that he starts making, it's just like when the TV too loud, when you go through a breakup and you get sad. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of The Update Corner. I hope you guys liked it. My knees are killing me. I never want to do this again. I regret thinking of this bit. I'm gonna head back on over to my desk now. Okay! Alright, so here's the tweet everyone's been sending me. It's by this girl named Macy. If you are one of the people who's tagged me in this video, why? Why you gotta do that? I get that you were probably upset when you saw it, but why do you gotta do me like that? You think I wanna see this? But now I have seen it, and so if I have to see it, then everyone else has to see it too. So here it is. So at the start of the video, this lady's doing laundry. She's trying to get as much stuff in the machine as she can, but she can't quite get the machine to close. So she gets on top and she sits on it so that she can really pack it in. But then she turns on the washing machine, and well, I'm a little embarrassed to say, but something happens, that's for sure. Something definitely happens while she's on that washing machine. And whatever happened, she really enjoyed it. So the next day, she goes to a laundromat with her friends, and they pull up with like wine and candles, and they all have a merry old romantic time doing their laundry. I mean, what do you want me to say about this? Why did you all tag me in this? Why? Why did you think I wanted to see this? What do you even want me to say about it? What can I say about it that you don't already know? We all already know it's fucking weird. You don't need me to tell you that, I hope. Okay, wait, no, I know what you're probably wondering. You're probably wondering what this has to do with the game, right? You're probably wondering what this game is. Because the ad just ends with all of these women sitting on their laundry machines. So you're probably wondering what that has to do with the game. Well, the short answer is nothing. This video, as far as I can tell, has absolutely nothing to do with the game that it's advertising. The ad ends with the graphic coming up that says Lily's Garden. The game is called Lily's Garden. They didn't even show a garden in the whole dang ad. If you look at the game on the App Store, it just looks like a game where you grow a garden. You just get upgrades and you have a house. I think you can restore your house. You can unlock new friends. As far as I can tell, there's no mention of laundromats or romance. Kind of funny, actually, because she's sitting on a dryer, but it's making her. Hey, whoa, this is the gross joke police. No making gross jokes around here. That joke is under arrest. So after I saw this ad, I actually remembered I've seen another ad for this game before. I'm sure a lot of you have too, because it also blew up on Twitter, I think. So I went to go find that. Basically, it's the same girl from before, but in this ad, she just found out she's pregnant. I wonder who the father is. Nope, not that. It's this guy. So she goes to tell her man that she's pregnant, and her man is basically like, oh, fuck that. I'm out of here. And he rides off on a moped. Look, leaving your partner when they tell you they're pregnant is not a cool thing to do. Don't do that. It's not nice. It's a pretty scummy thing to do, if I'm being honest. But if you're gonna do it, that's gotta be one of the coolest ways to do it. Riding a moped into the goddamn sunset? That's dope as hell, no matter the context. Even if you are abandoning your unborn child, that's dope. Then it cuts back to the girl crying, reasonably so, and then it pops up with the graphic, Lily's Garden, play now. Didn't that make you want to play the game? Play it now. Look, your man's leaving you to raise a child by yourself. Sounds fun, right? The thing is, I remember watching this ad, and the first time, I didn't know who the main character of this game was. I didn't know if it was Lily or the man. So I was like, okay, is this game about raising a child by yourself? Or is it about doing whatever he's about to go do? Because he looks like he's about to go do some cool shit. That's a game I would like to play. No, I'm kidding. I don't support that behavior. I don't think either of them sound like appealing ideas for games. Which actually, the game developers probably agreed with, because the game also has nothing to do with this ad. It's just a gardening game. So I was a little bit curious, because these are two different ads. Both of them are very strange. I was wondering if there were more, so I looked it up, and there's a whole channel called Lily's Garden Ads that has like dozens of ads like this, and they're all very strange. And actually, I was surprised to see that there's a sequel to that moped ad with a twist ending. Yep, that's right. She was faking it the whole time. She was never even pregnant. She was just faking it because she wanted to get rid of her boyfriend. How sure must she have been that he was gonna ride away on his moped when she told him that she was pregnant, where her plan to get rid of him was pretending to be pregnant? She must have been so certain that the second she mentioned it, he would just bounce. The more of these I watch, the more I start to get the sense that there's like an overarching story to all of these. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what it is. Lily is definitely having some kind of marital or relationship issues, if that was not clear from the first two ads. That theme pretty much stretches throughout all of the ads. She's looking for love. She's got this blonde guy, but he leaves her when she gets pregnant. But she's no saint herself, okay? Because there's another ad where she's getting married to the blonde guy, and I guess gets bored halfway through the wedding, so she just bounces with the waiter. They drive off on a moped. Why are mopeds the #1 method of escape in this universe? Every time you need to get away quick, you take a moped. That would not be my first instinct when I need to make a speedy getaway, to hop on a Vespa. And you know what? I gotta admit, it's not cool to leave in the middle of a wedding with some other dude that you just met, but if you are going to, it's pretty cool to do it on a moped, I'm not gonna lie. And then in another ad, her and the waiter are married now, or at least they're living together, and Lily gets pregnant, and she goes to tell him, and it looks like the same thing's gonna happen, where he's gonna bounce off on a moped again, but instead he leaves and comes back with a cute little onesie. So it seems like this guy is at least better for Lily, which I appreciate, until you watch another video where he's cheating on Lily with her friend. I'm too invested in these ads. That's the worst part about all this, is I didn't even want to watch these ads. But now I'm invested in Lily's life, and I'm worried about her. I don't think that this guy is right for her, but I don't know if she has any other viable options. She's been going on dates, but she keeps getting catfished, and guys are creepy. I just wanted to find love, but at every turn, people are disappointing her. I really don't have time to be caring this much about cartoon characters. I have things to do. This is not how I wanted to start my 2020. Lily's Garden, if you're watching this, please let me write an ad where all of Lily's problems are solved so you can make it, so I can stop devoting so much energy to this. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Please comment and tell me what I should fill this room with. I don't have any opinions about anything ever. Thank you, John Scott, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I'm a little self-conscious about whether this sweater's too big or not and makes me look goofy. Bye! This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over now. So so why are you still watching this? What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Diggy Gorgonzola. That's right, Diggy Gorgonzola, the internet's most notorious ripoff of Danny Gonzalez. So I've covered a number of mockbusters on this channel in the past, like Ratatouille and Plan B. Basically terrible, horribly made ripoffs of beloved animated childhood movies like the Bee Movie and Ratatouille. And today shall be no different because we're going to be talking about What's Up, a ripoff, of course, of the Disney movie Up. In a lot of ways, What's Up is just like Up. They go up in the air in a house, and that's pretty much the only similarity I can figure out. I guess I would say that What's Up is exactly like Up if you took all the heartwarming moments out of Up and replaced them with plot holes and racism. So yeah, this is gonna be a really good movie. So strap in, butter up some popcorn, and let's get ready to watch What's Up. So this movie starts off with a TV broadcast about the main characters of this movie. It explains that they're a family of monster-fighting scientists. There's Uncle Crumb, Amanda, Gunto, and Uncle Crumb's partner scientist. It does not appear that he's related to them, but he is Uncle Crumb's partner. They're one big happy family, and they fight monsters from outer space.
The possibilities are absolutely endless.
Dr. Crumb is a visionary. He is a warrior in search of the highest human ideals. But he's not just about spectacular contributions to science. He also happens to be the uncle of the lovely and most eligible young lady in our city, Amanda.
So at first I thought this show was like a news program or like some kind of 60 Minutes interview or documentary about this really interesting family of monster-fighting scientists. I thought it was gonna talk about like the societal ramifications of monsters invading Earth, but then it took this weird like TMZ route or Hollywood Fix route where they were like, and also, they've got a pretty teenage daughter who's single. A little bit of a weird aspect of the family to focus on, for a multitude of reasons. Fighting monsters from outer space is probably the most interesting thing that could possibly happen. And then there's this like family of genius scientists that can fight them. That's enough for the news to talk about for, I don't know, ever probably? So I don't know why they talked about that for 30 seconds and then got bored and was like, but hubba, look at their niece, dude. That is one eligible bachelorette. And also, she's 15.
Maintaining her habitual discretion, Amanda avoids direct contact with the press and says that her only true love is science. However, insiders say she's been seen flirting with an actor in the local high school musical.
Wow, Amanda, a teenage girl, is flirting with someone else who goes to her high school? Now that's some juicy gossip. Forget about aliens, forget about monsters, forget about science, all that. What'd that Amanda do? So, kind of creepy that this new show seems to have like a really deep interest in what Amanda's up to, this like high school teenager, but also not terribly unrealistic, I suppose.
And here are the inventors of the intergalactic transmission antenna, the famous doctors Crumb and Zooks.
Lately, people seem to just want to know about the monster chasers and forget that we're serious scientists.
I don't know, man. That seems pretty serious to me. You hunt monsters that are gonna, like, kill people. It seems like pretty important work, dude. Don't sell yourself short. I mean, the monsters are hurting people, right? They're not just like peaceful monsters. All people want to do is talk about how we kill these monsters. These big, peaceful monsters from other planets. But honestly, we just do that shit for the goofs. Just because we like killing them. They don't pose any threat to us. But don't forget, we're serious scientists too. We do shit that actually matters.
We've developed a hyperlight jet with a force strong enough to lift a house, as you'll see here.
So how does this hyper-light power jet work, Doctor?
You see, it's simply a rock of super energy that we created.
Dr. Crumb, I don't think it's a good idea to mention this on TV.
Yes, right, that's true. We shouldn't reveal all of the powers of this super energized rock. I don't even want to imagine what awful things would happen if it got into the wrong hands.
Oh, we certainly wouldn't want that. But can we ask, for example, about the powers this super energized rock has?
Oh yes, we shouldn't talk about the powers that this rock has. But can I instead ask you, what kind of powers does this rock have?
Well, one of its most nefarious features is it can, for example, hypnotize the entire world.
Dr. Crumb, I think that's enough.
Huh? What kind of rock is this? I thought it was like radioactive or something. Like it has a lot of energy in it. That's how they described it, because it can like make things fly. So I assumed it was just sort of like uranium or something like that. But it can hypnotize people too? Imagine if other power sources had like crazy side effects like that. Like, be careful about gasoline. It can power your car, but if you inhale too much, you'll learn the ability to speak to fish. Solar panels are great for the environment. They're really great for cutting down on emissions. But one potential downside is that if you stare too deeply into them, you'll see your future in their reflection. On a really sunny day, you'll even see how you die. So be careful. This is just how these things work. It's science. That's science, you know? Sometimes random shit just happens. That's the slogan for science.
Nobody knows that you have to activate it with a secret password. Lavender? No one says lavender anymore.
Can we change the subject, please?
So yeah, there's this rock. It's got crazy amounts of energy. It can make things fly, but it can also hypnotize people. So it would be very bad if bad people got a hold of it, but don't worry, because it has a code word to activate. You know how rocks do? And the code word is lavender, because nobody says lavender anymore. According to old Dr. Crumb. You know how nobody says lavender anymore, ever since lavender went extinct? Remember the big asteroid that wiped out all the lavender? One thing I've noticed about this movie is that it's full of awkward pauses. Like, every time the camera moves, everyone stops talking until the camera finishes moving, which feels very meta.
But if I use this control here, I'm able to go.
But also, I like that the characters are, like, being considerate of the cameraman. They're like, oh, okay, oh, you want to move the camera? We can wait. As I was saying, this movie is 45 minutes long, but I'm convinced that if they cut out all the unnecessary pauses, it would be like 5 minutes long.
And descend. And go up. And down.
Yo, chill, dude. I think your partner likes that a little bit too much. We get it. The house goes up and down. You gotta stop before this gets X-rated. I don't know what your partner's about to do, but he's about to forget how to act. Shit. I'm sure this is no surprise to you if you've watched any of my other videos about animated mockbusters, but the animation in this movie is just mwah. Ass. Mwah. It's ass. It's bad. It's atrocious. The way the characters move is really unsettling and robotic. Sometimes they just kind of float around without, like, you know, bobbing like a normal person would when they walk. None of their mouths move correctly with what they're saying. The lip syncing is very off. Also, look at their nasty, grubby little hands. All of the men have, like, rectangular fingers, like they look like big fat French fries. Everyone's fingers in this movie are fucked, and they also only have 4 fingers, which I guess is pretty standard in cartoons, but it still freaks me out. Also, the soundtrack of this movie is top tier. I don't know if you noticed or heard it just there. Well, I guess I shouldn't really say soundtrack. It's more like one note, played on a really old synthesizer. Just the whole movie, really awesome soundtrack. Really gets you into the mood of what the characters are feeling.
This arrow right on the top.
Which one? This one here? Oh, wow! Really cool!
Oh my god, they're dead. Those kids are dead, for sure. No doubt about it, they're dead.
Wow!
Oh. So that's the basic setup of the movie. They're scientists and they have a floating house and a magic rock, and I hope nobody steals it. That's the premise. Later that day, the whole gang is having some tea and the doorbell rings. Amanda goes to answer the door, and it's a man by the name of Jean-Pierre Delacroix.
I am Jean-Pierre Delacroix, the great Amazon adventurer.
For some reason, what's outside their front door is just another room. If you walk outside of their house, you're just in a room. So what's up with that?
I'm Dr. Crumb. It's my pleasure. Would you like some tea?
No, merci. I'm French. We drink wine.
Oh, okay. So the French thing is just gonna be like a fun little plot device for the writers of this movie to use really outdated stereotypes of French people. You know that classic stereotype where if you ask a French person if they want some tea, they'll get mad at you and say, "No, we drink wine! In France, we drink wine only. No water, no tea, just wine." So the reason Jean-Pierre is there is to ask for help. He says he was exploring the Amazon and he encountered a really gruesome monster in a cave and he wants them to come get rid of it.
I encountered a terrible monster deep in a cave in the Amazon, and he really needs to be chased.
Wait, hold on. He was exploring a remote part of the Amazon and found a monster in a cave. Like, this monster wasn't attacking a village or murdering people. He's just like in a cave minding his own business. So Jean-Pierre went into this creature's habitat where it was just like hanging out and was like, fuck that. Somebody needs to kill this thing immediately. So the 2 old scientists don't really want to because they don't really like traveling and they're also kind of like, who is this guy? But Gunto, the youngest one, gets so excited about the prospect of chasing a monster that he goes and finds the button that makes the house fly.
We're in the clouds!
And there they go. Off they go. to go fight a monster who was just chilling in a cave.
What's going on?
When we arrive there, you'll all be in for a little surprise. I can't wait to hypnotize as many people as possible.
So this is something Jean-Pierre does throughout the film. He'll like explain his evil master plan in very close proximity to people who he's trying to trick. I don't know how they don't hear him. It seems like a very silly thing to do as a villain. I also like how not concrete his plan is. He's not like, soon I will have the rock and I'll be able to hypnotize the entire world. And then they'll do my bidding and make me king of the world. Instead, he's just like, I can't wait to hypnotize just as many people as I can. I sure hope I can hypnotize a decent amount of people. And when I do, well, then I'll just have to figure it out from there. So when they get to the Amazon, they head into the cave. Jean-Pierre stays outside to keep watch, but really he's just, up to his evil shit.
This is it! Let's go deep into the cave! Le monstro is horrible, and you're going to find out just how horrible.
Slowest exit in the world.
My plan is working perfectly.
I like how quickly they recover from being unbalanced. They're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa! It's fine, we're fine now.
Finally, it's my turn. My turn to put the whole world to sleep. Perhaps they'll do nothing, perhaps they'll blow kisses. I'm a genius.
What is this dude's motive anyway? I think they just completely forgot to make the main villain of the movie have some kind of motive or even a plan. He says he's gonna put the whole world to sleep, then he's like, maybe they'll do nothing or maybe they'll blow kisses. I don't know. He doesn't even know what he's gonna do once he accomplishes his master plan. Like, his master plan is just to do it, and then he's like, after that, fuck if I know. Imagine if Thanos from the Avengers was this poorly thought out. I finally have all the stones. No! And now, I'm gonna figure out what to do. I could give every mouse a top hat. Wait, you don't know what you're gonna do yet? Hey, clearly I was busy collecting the stones, okay? Yeah, but then why did you even start collecting them in the first place? I thought I would think of something by now, okay? But I procrastinated for too long, and now here we are. Honestly, I feel like the top hat idea is pretty good. I don't know why you're trashing it. Maybe I could make every mouse look like a little businessman. They could have a little monocle and cane too. I don't know. You're so dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what? Actually, I just thought of a great idea. How about I use my powers to make everyone be a little bit nicer to me? How's that for an idea? Oh my God, you're crying now? Honestly, I'm feeling a little bit attacked. That makes sense. We were all just trying to kill you moments ago. Wait, I got it. Oh no, fuck. I'm gonna make everyone blow kisses.
Le vendeur! Maybe it's my accent, perhaps? Le vendeur! Lavender! 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 Lavender!
Okay, so then the most confusing series of events in the history of cinema happens. He's trying to get the rock to work by saying lavender over and over, but he can't because he's French. Then all of a sudden, this dude in a hot air balloon crashes like right in front of Jean-Pierre. It's like so coincidental that there just happened to be a dude in a hot air balloon flying over the exact part of the Amazon rainforest that Jean-Pierre is in. And also, as he crashes, he spills a bunch of pictures of famous cities. He's like, oh no, my pictures of big cities. How am I gonna see big cities anymore? How am I gonna know what those look like now? Then Jean-Pierre accidentally drops the rock, and it makes this big glowing circle on the ground. And I bet you can guess what comes out of the big circle. Yep, that's right. Monsters. Big alien monsters. And they're the scariest monsters you can possibly imagine. These monsters, you don't even want to hear the sounds they make. The sounds they make are bone-chilling, life-changing, pants-wetting sounds. I'm a monster. These three monsters find the pictures that the dude in the hot air balloon dropped, and they're like, oh, these look like fun cities. I guess they're monsters that understand the concept of cities. So one of them finds Paris, the other one finds somewhere in China. They all find different places, and they decide, hey, well, let's go terrorize these areas. And then off they go. And they jump there. Just one big jump, and off they go to China.
We mustn't forget to write the ETs to thank them for these lasers.
So the whole family escapes from the cave, and they don't realize Jean-Pierre's done anything wrong because they just thought that the cave collapsed. But they do realize that all these monsters got let loose, so they all go together to go find the monsters. They capture one of the monsters, and it's just floating outside of the house like this in a little bubble, which I think is pretty silly looking, just a monster like on the side of the house. They also use the guy's hot air balloon, you know, the guy that crashed, to help the house float because the rock doesn't have any energy anymore. I don't remember them saying what happened to the guy in the hot air balloon. Like, what, did they just leave him in the Amazon? Because we don't see him for the rest of the movie. Probably because they didn't give him a weird nationality that they could make fun of. So they were like, well, get him out of here. He's boring.
The rock will re-energize itself. Just give it a little time.
Lavender.
I don't trust this Frenchman.
I don't know why you had to make it about him being French, but also, yeah, I don't think you should trust him. He literally, like, right there tried to hypnotize you. He was like, lavender. I don't know about that guy. Why does he keep whispering to our rock? Also, how does a rock have a code word? How did they program a code word into the rock? How do you program a rock? So finally they get to Paris. The monster is still terrorizing the Eiffel Tower. He's just kind of swinging around on it and making some guttural sounds. It must have taken them a really long time to get there, like probably days, judging by how fast they're flying. And the monster's still there just doing this, so presumably he's been doing this the entire time. So there's this uncomfortably long monster moaning scene, but they catch that monster, so they're on to the next one. And while they're flying, Jean-Pierre wants to have some alone time with Amanda, but Gunto won't shut up. But don't worry guys, Jean-Pierre's got a quick fix for that.
Did you understand what he said? Don't say a word, Gunto.
Would you like a candy, Gunto?
Yeah, he drugs him. Jean-Pierre straight up drugs this kid. You know that moment when you're trying to Netflix and chill with Bae, but her stupid little twerp brother won't shut up, so you drug the little boy? Just sneak a little bit of horse tranquilizer into his ice cream, and then it's Netflix and chill time, baby. After drugging her little brother, Jean-Pierre also convinces Amanda to drug her uncle and his partner because they're too old to be fighting monsters and they should rest while Jean-Pierre and Amanda try to catch the other monsters. This dude is really into drugging folks, huh? Seems to have a lot of sleepy drugs just on hand at a moment's notice.
Oh no! What was that?
Oh. No one back home will believe this. Wow.
A monster!
Chunky camera made in China. Battery dead already.
This is ridiculous.
Chinese man wearing a shirt with Chinese takeout on it, and he's complaining about Chinese manufacturing. Another A+ character from What's Up.
I'm going to have a nap. I'm very, very tired. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, mon chéri. My sweet little Amanda.
Man, I really feel for Amanda here. This dude just won't shut the fuck up. She looks just so like beaten down and defeated, and he just won't stop talking. Either that or they just forgot to record Amanda's lines for this scene, which I feel like is equally possible. So they made her just like staring wistfully out the window. I keep comparing this movie in my head to the actual movie Up, just imagining if these... Is this the movie Up? Is this the movie Up, guys? Hey guys, it's me, the old man from Up. I just figured out that I'm in a movie. So by now they've captured all three of the monsters. They're just floating around. They've got the monster still in this little force field outside the house, and... Hey, what's he doing in there? Why is he in the bubble with the monsters? How come everyone else gets to be in the house, but the guy from China has to be in the bubble?
I don't want that Chinese guy in there with my monsters. He didn't even say anything when I showed him the cookie.
Did you try showing him a fortune cookie? That could work.
What do you mean, Unc?
Never mind. That was just a bad joke. Pay no attention. Where's the Frenchman? We can't let him close to the super-energized rock. He's a dangerous criminal.
This little rock here, Monsieur Crumb?
Oh shit, Jean-Pierre has the rock again!
Lavender.
And he figured out how to say lavender.
There's nothing like a little practice.
And the worst part is now he's had plenty of time to figure out what he's gonna do when he hypnotizes everybody. So there's no telling what he's got planned now.
Kudo, 'Blow kisses.
Oh. Okay, I don't really know what's going on here. So everybody is hypnotized except Gunto. He was wearing sunglasses, so I guess that protected him from being hypnotized, but he's trying to pretend like he is. So Jean-Pierre is telling him to blow kisses, but Gunto's just going like, ugh, and that's how he's pretending to be hypnotized? Like, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to fart? Is he trying to poo?
Gunto, I ordered you. Kisses!
Okay, that time it looked like he did poo. It looked like he was surprised because he pooped. Is that what they think blowing kisses is? Anyway, Gunto manages to get the rock away from him and then they fix everything and the day is saved. Thank God.
Well then, that's good, because I want to introduce you to my new boyfriend, Ling, the cute Chinese gentleman.
Hello, everybody. But did you really have to pick someone who might be smarter than me?
Wow! You mean he could be that smart? Huh. I thought he was just gonna make us some dinner!
Stop! Please stop. Holy shit. This movie is driving me insane. Luckily, it is over. And now it's time to talk about our sponsor, HelloFresh. Guys, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I like food. I especially like when I get to eat food. But what I don't like is going to the grocery store. Which is why before I discovered HelloFresh, I used to eat out way too much. Like, we would go out to dinner like every other night. It was bad. We just kept getting tired of cooking the same thing over and over every week. But now that we have HelloFresh, our dinner game has gotten so much easier. We've been able to break out of our recipe rut with HelloFresh's delicious recipes. They send you a variety every week, and you get to choose which recipes you actually get. It might seem like ordering a box of prepped meals would cost more than going to the grocery store and picking things out for yourself, but you can actually save 28% by using HelloFresh as opposed to going to the grocery store. You also get to waste less food and waste less time because HelloFresh pre-portions everything for you. So they'll only send you the exact amount of each ingredient that you'll need to complete each meal, which is great because I know when we're cooking things, sometimes we'll end up with just like half an onion or like an entire box of breadcrumbs because we only used like a cup, and then it's like, well, now I have to make something else with breadcrumbs and an onion, half an onion. You can mix it up or put less stress on yourself by adding even more meals every week or even lunches. And on top of that, I found it to be a much more sustainable option than going to the grocery store. Pretty much all of the packaging that HelloFresh comes in is recyclable. So if all that sounds good to you, use my code TrulyGreg80 to get $80 off plus free shipping on your first box with purchase. Go to HelloFresh.com to redeem and for more details. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out HelloFresh. And now, this is the end of the sponsored segment. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my subscribers. We're the fastest growing army on the internet. Please don't look that up. It's illegal. If you look it up, I will arrest you. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
This video is over now. Over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. Yeah. Over now. So why are you still watching this?
What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great holiday season. I know I was, until I watched the new Home Alone movie. And I got sick, also. I think the movie might have given it to me, honestly. You know, guys, when you think about it, I guess it makes a lot of sense that they would make a new Home Alone movie, you know? Hollywood loves their sequels. There's sequels of sequels, and they've already made like 5 Home Alone movies, so why stop there? And sure, like, nobody has watched or even been interested in the last, like, 3, but all the more reason to make another one, you know? Sort of a comeback Home Alone movie this could be. I guess could have been, if it wasn't already out and wasn't already bad. It's a shame, man. I really liked the first 2 Home Alone movies, but then after that, nothing feels the same. And I don't know what it is about this one in particular, but watching this little kid beat the shit out of these burglars, it's just not as fun as it used to be. I guess I really am grown up. Oh, no, you know what it is, actually? It's not that I'm grown up. It's that instead of making the villains in this movie like cartoonishly evil burglars, they made them like a struggling middle-class family who are only breaking into this kid's house due to a misunderstanding. They're not evil, they're not trying to hurt anyone or kill anyone, they're just like a down-on-their-luck family, and this rich kid is just fucking him up at every turn, dude. This movie is insane. You know how a Home Alone movie goes. There's a kid, he gets left in his house by himself, there's robbers who try to break in, and the kid sets up a bunch of traps to try to hurt them and embarrass them. And that's exactly what happens in this movie. So you're probably wondering, who are these robbers and why do they want to break into this kid's house so bad? So let me tell you. Pam and Jeff McKenzie are parents. They live in the same area as the main kid, Max. And the movie starts off with them having an open house. They're trying to sell their house because they're both down on their luck. One of them doesn't make very much money and the other has just lost his job. And so they're trying to sell their house to keep food on the table for their families. It's very sad. The movie sort of tries to make it into like a funny thing happening. There's like millennials that come to try to buy the house, wearing berets and scarves. You know how like millennials do. Always wearing berets and scarves, I am.
The schools here are amazing.
They are totally lit.
And there's a lot of scenes like this in the movie that seem like they're trying to get you to empathize with this couple. In this scene, they're just talking about how they can't afford to live in this house anymore, even though they love this house and they always thought that they'd be growing old together in the house. Unfortunately, it just won't be able to become a reality for them.
I always thought we'd get old and weird in this house, but we've done the math. We can't afford it on my salary alone.
Yeah, but I mean, I crushed my interview with IBM.
Crushed it. Crushed it. But that was 3 months ago.
It's very sad. And when I watched this, I didn't know that these two were going to be the ones who were gonna have all of the booby traps happen to them. And it's kind of crazy now watching it back, being like, holy shit, just about an hour and a half from now, these two are gonna be getting maimed by a rich child. How fucked up is that? So what's their motivation to rob this kid, you might ask? Well, it's sort of, I feel like everything in this movie is so long and convoluted to explain. Probably because they've done this same movie like 6 times now, and so they keep having to come up with like new, more obscure ways to explain everything, like how does the kid get left home alone, and why are burglars trying to get into his house. Basically, there's this doll that the McKinseys own. They have a whole collection of these dolls that were like his grandma's or something, and they find out that one of them is worth like $200,000, which is enough money for them to like save their house and have enough time for the husband to find a new job, and they can even remodel the whole house. It's great. But during their open house, Max and his mom, who are rich, by the way, they live in a mansion, stop at their open house because Max has to pee.
Do the maths. 6 soda refills into one tiny 10-year-old's bladder does not go.
They sort of are using this less wealthy family's house as a public restroom of sorts. And the McKinseys talk to Max about this doll, and that's actually how they learn how valuable the dolls are, is because Max's mom knows this information.
There was this elderly lady who bought one at a garage sale for about $10, and then it ended up going for about $5,000.
And then the doll goes missing.
That brat kid stole my doll.
And so the McKinseys assume that Max stole the doll from them. So they are breaking into his house to try to get the doll back so that they can save their family. Which is not a decision that they take lightly, mind you. They're not like stoked to do this. They're like a normal family just like anybody else, but this is like the only thing they can do to try to keep their family afloat. They're actually like extremely nervous about doing this because they don't want to get caught and they don't want to hurt anybody. Little do they know they will get caught and they will get hurt. So yeah, in various ways, this movie goes out of its way to show you how nice of people the McKinseys are, how much they don't want to break into this house, but how they're like left no other option. It's like, it's honestly, you gotta kind of respect it in a way. They're like, look how these people, they're so nice, they're so sweet, wouldn't hurt a fly, they just really want to keep their family well-fed and in a nice house. We're gonna fuck with them. We're gonna fuck with them hard, dude. This is like an evil Mr. Beast video. So at first only Jeff is on board, but then this scene happens, and this is what finally gets Pam on board to help out with the robbery as well.
You gotta save our house. Seriously, Mom, will you just get the doll?
It's just entering, Pam. We have the key.
Pam, you have to call me. Hi,
Come
Gavin
and
Watson,
get me.
realtor
No,
extraordinaire.
Fräulein.
I will, you ugly little boy.
Weirdly inspirational music as this woman is having a full meltdown. She's like hallucinating. This is the moment she's realizing she has to do something that is like deeply against her morals just to put food on the table for her family. And the music is just kind of this like inspirational Christmas song. Does not seem like the right tone, but okay. So now you may be wondering, since I brought it up, how does Max... So now you may be wondering how Max gets left home alone. They've done this movie a million times. How can they possibly come up with new ways for a child to be left home alone from a family vacation? Well, the short answer is they basically just, everything is so confusing that they just leave him home. It's confusing for them and it's confusing for us as the audience. They're going on vacation to Japan with a bunch of extended families. So they've got a bunch of families staying at their house. It's very chaotic. It's very hectic. The whole beginning of the movie is just them like rapid fire introducing a bunch of characters that we literally never see again. In all this confusion, the families get split onto 2 different flights to go to Japan.
You have split our family onto 2 separate flights. Can you speak up, please? It's very loud in here.
And so they can't really keep track very well of who's on which flight. Now, as for how he actually gets left at home, Max is sort of a Scrooge of a child. While Max has like all of his cousins over playing, they're all running through the halls, playing video games, shooting Nerf guns at each other. Max, I guess, is like overwhelmed by all of this and goes to hide in his family's BMW. There's like a random car commercial at the beginning of the movie. He leaves the ruckus of his house on the holidays to go sit in the garage in his family's BMW and watch cartoons.
Mom? Dad?
Seems like a weird way to advertise BMWs, honestly. I'm not sure about that product placement. BMW. For rich recluses who hate their families. Get left home alone while your family goes to Japan because you were watching Looney Tunes in your car. BMW. This kid is a weird one, man. He's like 80 years old or something. He lives in a huge ass house. He's got a bunch of cousins. He's got a million toys, probably. Seems pretty fun to me. But instead he's like, get all this fun out of my house! I hate Christmas. I'm gonna go hide in my luxury car and pass out for 12 hours. There are a lot of choices in this movie that make very little sense, and I'm still trying to figure out why they would do these things. This movie looks like weirdly cheap while also having a ton of big celebrities in it. People even I was surprised to see, even after watching a trailer, like Kenan Thompson, Pete Holmes, Ellie Kemper. They have like a ton of big names in this movie, and some of them with like really weirdly small, insignificant parts. Chris Parnell, for example, plays Uncle Stu in this movie, who we see once at the beginning, and then for the rest of the movie, he's shitting.
Did Carol leave?
Travel safe.
What's going on?
He's shitting even before we see him too.
I told her to use the restroom in the coffee shop, darling.
After Uncle Stu had been in there? Really? Did you see how many deviled eggs he had for lunch?
And then for the rest of the movie, we only hear him through the door of the bathroom.
Did somebody call the house?
No, because we don't have a landline, Stu.
Because he gets to Tokyo and then I guess had more bad food and is still shitting. Actually, that might be one of the funniest parts of the movie, honestly. The fact that this uncle is just pooping his brains out the entire time. That is pretty funny. And the fact that they got such like a big name to play him, and we're paying you $5 million for this role, and you're gonna be behind a door pooping your brains out, and we're never gonna see you. Is that cool? Also, Mikey Day from SNL is a priest in this movie. If you didn't look very hard, you might not even know there was a priest in this movie, let alone the fact that he was played by someone famous. If this movie was good, it would have been cool to see so many famous actors, but because it was really underwhelming, it was almost disappointing every time a new actor popped up that I recognized. I was like, oh, not you too, man. What's going on? Are you okay? Another weird choice, they threw in this line in the middle of the movie about remakes always being worse than the original.
Ugh, this is garbage. I don't know why they were always trying to remake the classics. Never as good as the originals.
Like, yeah. Fuck you. It was like the studio being like, we know this isn't as good as the first one, but you're still gonna eat this shit up, aren't you, little piggy? Little piggy likes his Home Alone movies, doesn't he? And I did eat this shit up, alright? So I can't talk. I watched it still. I feel like with a kids movie like this, you always have to appeal to the kids, but then also throw in some good stuff for the adults in there too and make it fulfilling for them to watch. That way they'll want to, throw it on with the kids every year, right? And this movie works well enough for kids, I think. I think kids just like to watch Max make the booby traps and think, I could do that if I was like, home alone and there are people trying to rob me. I could defend myself against two adults who are trying to kidnap me. It's fun to imagine yourself as a smart little 6-year-old, even if you are a dumb little 6-year-old. But this movie, while being fun for kids, I would say is deeply saddening for adults. The second half of this movie is just watching a struggling family getting their shit rocked by a rich asshole kid.
Bombs away!
He's just not a cool, fun kid. He's a rich asshole who tries to steal from church at one point.
I'm definitely a child in need. Need of this. Can I help you?
Even if Max was a likable child, we probably wouldn't even know because we spend hardly any time getting to know him. And the time that we do spend getting to know him, he's not very likable. When he first gets left home alone, in the movies, that's like their chance to do everything they've ever wanted to do in the house. But all Max wanted to do, I guess, was play video games, and Hot Wheels and then like watch porn?
Well played, Mom and Dad.
Was he trying to look at porn? We will never know. But I have to assume that that's what they wanted us to think, right? Actually, after watching this movie, I wouldn't be surprised to find out it was something like super violent. Working family gets a beating compilation. No one can stop my violent urges now. Damn it. Also, during the big heist when the Mackenzies come to rob Max, he doesn't act like a kid who thinks he's going to be kidnapped should act. He acts creepy. What a kid should do, even if he set up booby traps, he should set all those up and then find a place to hide, right? Like get in a box under a box in the basement and just hide there. But not Max, dude. He is sick. Every time the mom gets like thrown across the room or a few teeth knocked out, he's always like right around the corner giggling. He's been waiting for an excuse to do this, for sure. He has been planning this for longer than it seems, I think. Speaking of which, let's talk about the traps. I think the traps in this movie might be pretty on par with the other Home Alone movies, with the exception of a few particularly grotesque ones. One. And also I think the makeup artist for this movie thought they were doing makeup for a horror movie. At one point, Jeff gets shot in the head with a pool ball because Max has sort of like a gun that shoots out pool balls, which I do think would kill someone. But Jeff is just kind of walking around the rest of the scene with like a giant ass bump on his head. It is horrific. Why is he doing this to us, Pam? At one point, Pam, sweet Pam, is lit on fire.
Okay.
This poor mother is set ablaze. She runs to the hose to try to put out the fire and it sprays her. And then for the rest of the movie, she looks insane, dude. At one point, it shows her feet as she's stepping on Legos, her bare feet, and her feet are burnt to a crisp. And the whole time I'm trying to think, what were the writers thinking during this part? You know what, man, this is gonna be even funnier because they probably don't have health insurance. So this is probably gonna be even worse for them financially than it is physically. This couple have had the worst week of their life, man. And then they just get beaten up. There's a point where after the mom gets lit on fire, she just lays down in the snow and cries. Am I supposed to be laughing right now? This is so sad. The worst booby trap of the whole movie, and probably any Home Alone movie, I feel like has gotta be this one. It is so grotesque. It is honestly scary. This is some horror movie shit right here, okay? Pam thinks that Max has just run up into the attic, so she goes to pull down, like, the ladder that leads to the attic, and instead she's greeted with a Nerf gun that shoots out Nerf darts with push pins sticking out the front. And for the rest of the entire booby trap montage, she just has these pushpin Nerf darts sticking out of her face and hands and everywhere. It is so scary. It is nasty. This movie is foul. And I gotta be honest, the whole time, I was not rooting for the kid at all. I was rooting for the couple. I'm not sure if that's how it was supposed to be, but it was not very satisfying, I will say, if it was. Maybe this was the Home Alone movie where they tried to flip it all on their head and be like, let's root for the robbers this time. But we still watched them get their asses handed to them, so I would say that it was not very fun. I especially wasn't rooting for Max the first time I watched this because we're all led to believe that he did steal their doll, their $200,000 doll. It turns out at the end of the movie that he actually didn't steal their doll, and it was all a big misunderstanding. I guess the whole thing could have been avoided if they had just kind of talked it out. But Jeff's nephew had stolen it, I guess. Kind of a weird thing to reveal at the end because it really makes you hate Max, because you're like, this kid stole from church. He also stole this extremely valuable doll from this struggling family. What the hell? I hate this kid. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the movie. They get the doll back and they sell it, and then they can live in their house happily ever after. And yeah, that's the end of the movie. Now it's time to talk about our sponsor, ExpressVPN. This video has been sponsored by ExpressVPN. Guys, if you're using the internet without ExpressVPN on your computer or your phone, you're missing out. You're not getting the full experience because ExpressVPN unlocks so many possibilities while keeping you safe. Because while ExpressVPN sends all of your data through a secure encrypted tunnel, keeping your data safe from like hackers and your ISP and advertisers, it can also help you unlock a bunch of content that you didn't even know was there. For example, did you know that some Netflix libraries in other countries have nearly twice as many Oscar award-winning titles than in the US? So just saying, if you download ExpressVPN and change your server location to a different country,
Your Netflix is gonna be crazy. I have ExpressVPN on pretty much every device I own that can have ExpressVPN. I've got it on my laptop, I've got it on my phone, and I've used it to watch many a Netflix title that are not available in the US. Harry Potter, for example. You bet your boys watched it on Netflix. I'd like to see you try to do that. No, really, I would like to see you try to do it. I would like to see you go to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez and try to do that right now. Go ahead. Like I said, ExpressVPN also protects you from your internet service provider snooping on you and basically getting to log all your data. But when you encrypt your data and reroute it through ExpressVPN servers, that makes it so they can't do that. Think about it like this. Would you rather trust ExpressVPN, a company who's explicitly trying to protect you, or would you rather just send it through the pipes? Send it through the pipes of the internet service provider that you had no choice but to sign up with because they were the only one in your neighborhood and so you just had to sign up with them? Who knows what they could be doing? You don't. They're legally allowed to sell your data to other people, so they could be doing anything with that stuff. So if you want to check out ExpressVPN and support my channel, then head on over to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez to find out how you can get 3 months for free. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. The link will be in the description. Go ahead and click that to find out how you can get 3 months for free. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. All right, thank you guys for watching this video. Sorry if it was a little short. I am ill, and I had to take breaks periodically throughout this video to have a coughing fit. So, but I'll be back. Probably won't post another video until the new year, but I'll see you guys in 2022. Thank you guys for another year of your support. I greatly appreciate it, and I want to kiss you, and bye-bye. What's up, Greg? It's me, Danny, back with another video. I hope you guys all liked that last video I posted, Spooky Boy. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. It's a music video. I had a lot of fun making it, and it seems like you guys enjoyed it, so thanks for that. Let me know if you want me to make more stuff like that. I have other music stuff that I'm working on, so hopefully that's something you guys are into. And guys, as always, if you're not a part of Greg yet, Greg is our fandom. Greg is our family here on YouTube. Greg is the strongest channel on YouTube. We're the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Don't look that up. And we're also the first channel to hit 100 million subs on YouTube and then lose it in the same day. And you can't prove that that didn't happen, so you just have to believe me. But Greg is going strong, guys. We're a movement, we're a force. I mean, you wouldn't believe the support I've been seeing on Twitter. People are changing their names on Twitter to Greg to show their support for our movement left and right. Thousands of, maybe even millions of people are named Greg on Twitter now. So anyway, guys, I know my videos are usually like super high energy, you know, jumping around, bouncing around, going around, you know, super quick and fun and hyper. But today I really wanted to dial it back a little bit. You know, modern life in the 21st century can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. You know, you got your cell phones constantly buzzing, you know, traffic and vlogs these days are so energetic. And it's like, I don't want to deal with that. You know, sometimes I just want to sit and relax. And so that's what we're gonna do today. And one of my favorite ways to relax is by watching something that I like to call a boring vlog. Boring vlogs. The birth of daily vloggers like Casey Neistat and Logan Paul. Say what you will about Logan Paul, but his vlogs are very energetic. He's always doing stuff. And you know that's good sometimes, but sometimes we just want to relax. So we don't have time for all that extra energy. Boring vlogs can come in all shapes and forms. But my favorite boring vlogs, when I'm really meditating and trying to relax, are Tessa Brooks. Now, you may know Tessa Brooks from her famed role in It's Everyday Bro. If you remember correctly, the competition was shook. She was not talking book.
Tessa Brooks, the competition shook. These guys up on me. I got him with the hook. Let me educate ya. And I ain't talking book.
Tessa Brooks is part of Team 10, which is Jake Paul's social media cluster. And you know, when Jake Paul blew up, he sort of, everybody in his little group blew up with him. And so Tessa Brooks is one of these people who started daily vlogging because she got all these followers from Jake Paul. Now I think she has almost 3 million subscribers, like 2.8 million. She's doing pretty well for herself. And I really like her vlogs because they're just so easy, you know? She doesn't add in all that extra stuff like humor or cleverness or excitement. It's just, you know, plain and simple daily vlog. What you see is what you get. So what I want to do with you today is just go through one of her vlogs and just relax. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is one of her most recent vlogs. I think it's from about a week ago. It's called I Friend Zoned Him. Other YouTubers will title their vlogs, you know, I lost all my money, or finally losing my virginity. But Tessa Brooks does not go for all the, you know, really attention grabbers. Just I friend zoned him. Now, it is written in all caps, which, you know, tends to get your attention, but I friend zoned him, like, I mean, it's not like she's flying on a private jet or got in a car crash or anything like that. She's just, you know, I friend zoned him. So, let's watch this video.
We already talked about this. He's friend zoned.
So she's got this little exciting bit before the vlog starts. A lot of vlogs do this where they'll show like the most exciting part of the vlog at the very beginning to pique your interest, and then play their little intro title thing and then go into the vlog. Now, usually it's something really crazy, like somebody getting, you know, punched in the face, or, you know, at least something like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? This is crazy. What, how are we gonna, you know, it makes you want to know what happens in the rest of the vlog. But for Tessa Brooks, you know, she doesn't want to surprise you. She doesn't want to leave you on the edge of your seat. So she just shows you her friend zoning him in the first, not even 3 seconds of the vlog. You know what, I'm joking about this, but I actually think I should start adding these into my videos. I think it would get your interest going a little bit before the video starts, you know? So let's rewind back to the beginning of this video, and let's stick in the most interesting part, and then cut to my title, which I guess I also have to make, because I don't have one. They said that a nuke from North Korea was heading towards the US. All right. Is your interest piqued? I bet you're waiting to see how that happens. Okay, so back to the vlog.
What's up, guys? Right now we're at
that, I'm sorry. That hat? What is that? Is she a sailor? Or a 19th century chimney sweep? What is that hat? What? I mean, really? Are you a jockey? The hat makes no sense.
Right now we're at the radio station. We are about to tell them, because I actually don't know. You don't know either?
I'm gonna be on the radio.
Okay, so we're at a radio station. This is nice. You know, she's about to go on a radio show. That's very exciting. She's a very popular YouTuber, so she's gonna show us what the experience of being on the radio is all about.
Alright, now it was super fun. Now we're about to go back to the hotel because I forgot my phone.
Okay, so I guess it's over now. And that's all she showed. You know, that's nice. I mean, we're relaxing. You know, I don't want to see all of that exciting radio show stuff. I just want to see right before and right after it. So I guess we're moving on to the next thing now.
Tessa, I don't want to freak you out, but we haven't done that thing that we do in every vlog, and it's already been like 2 or 3 vlogs since we've been in Hawaii.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking what you're thinking.
More just simple, just not giving a shit how your vlog turns out. It's so relaxing. There's this clip just full of wind noise where you can't even hear what he's saying because it's just like and she doesn't even care enough to edit that part out. She sticks it in anyways, and it's just so refreshing to see that level of literally not giving a shit. I love how in this group of kids too, they all vlog. So every time they show another kid, they're like also filming. I feel like all their vlogs are just like filming the exact same thing from different angles. Boring vlogs.
Alright guys, so we just surfed for about an hour. It was awesome. The waves weren't the best, but like we still surfed it up.
Crushed it, yeah.
Okay, now they're at the beach. This'll be nice and relaxing. The sounds of the waves. She said she already went surfing for an hour. I'm not really sure why she didn't show any of that. But maybe, I mean, they're still at the beach. Maybe they'll do it some more, and we'll get to see a little bit of what they're doing at the beach.
Oh, sweet dude. Let's go back out there, buddy.
Let's go back out there. See, now we're gonna get some sweet surfing activity.
Alright guys, we just finished at the beach. We've been here for like, I don't even know how long, but it's been a long time.
Oh, so they're down at the beach? Well, I mean, we don't really get to see them do anything. Just sort of sit there and talk. I mean, she said that they went surfing, but we didn't even get to see it. I mean, not that I care. I love boring vlogs. Boring vlogs. Who cares about surfing? Who cares about radio shows? I mean, all I want is to hear Tessa Brooks tell me that she did those things. I don't want to see it. I mean, God forbid, please don't show me surfing right now. I'm trying to relax. Let's see what she does next.
Guys, after we went to the beach, I came back to the hotel, I took a nap, but now fireworks are going off. Look at this.
Oh, she's at her hotel now and now fireworks are going on. That's cool. That's exciting. Let's watch some more of this.
Alright guys, we're at dinner.
And they're at a restaurant. Okay, so no more of that. We're really jumping around a lot here. I'm really starting to feel like we're not actually seeing her do anything in these vlogs. I mean, call me crazy, but it seems like every time she's about to do something, she stops vlogging, and then right when she's done, she vlogs again and says, okay, I just did that thing, and we don't even get to see it. We don't even get to see her surf. We don't get to see the fireworks. We don't get to see the radio show. Are we gonna get to see anything? I just feel like I'm on a really heavy drug and I'm hanging out with them and I just keep like blacking out and coming back in while they're like in the middle of a conversation, like, okay, time to go surfing, and then I just black out again and then just come back to and they're like, now we're at a restaurant, and I'm like, okay, black out again, come back, now they're all laughing and I'm like, what's the joke? It's a little disorienting, I gotta be honest. The boring vlogs were not quite as relaxing as I had hoped. It's actually quite jarring. It's actually quite jarring. I drink out of jars.
Tristan is very hangry and he's been kind of in a really bad mood. He's so hangry. So hangry.
They're just talking. Hangry. He was hangry. He was hangry. He was hangry. They're just repeating what each other said.
Hangry. Hangry. We're offended.
You can't screw with me right now. I'm hangry, okay?
Okay, so now this is the boring vlog content I was looking for. They're just at a restaurant in one place and they're not even doing anything funny. They're just literally just talking at dinner and laughing. I don't really know what they're laughing about because they keep cutting away from like whenever it's supposed to be funny. I'm feeling a little bit, you know, zen, I guess. A little bit relaxed.
Sugar, 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 sugar. Open wide for the choo-choo train.
So I hate when you do that, please don't. He like licks me through the inside of his mouth.
Oh.
That's not what he just did.
That was kind of weird. First, I mean, the licking was weird, but just the random meme edited in the middle. I mean, some other vloggers do that. I think Logan Paul does that sometimes, but it's usually not just like, usually it just doesn't cut to silence with that meme for like 3 seconds. Like everything just stops and it's just a silent GIF. I mean, at least just add some sort of sound. Well, that's weird. You're just gonna stop mid-conversation and add in a meme? It makes no sense.
Yeah, okay. Hey, that was.
Oh god, look at the people sitting next to them. There's people next to them. This is one of those hibachi grills where you sit at a table full of like 8 people and 4 of them are YouTubers. Can you imagine going to a hibachi grill and paying like $50 for a meal and you're sitting next to Tessa Brooks? I don't think I could handle it. And not just because of the hat. They're just like laughing and dabbing and pulling out a camera every 5 seconds right after something interesting happens. Also, why is the audio so bad? I mean, for the whole video, it's been bad, right? It's either like she's covering the microphone with her thumb the entire time, or she's like just screaming, or I guess her camera must be broken. This is next level not giving a shit what your vlogs look like. She's like, you know what? I got 2.8 million subs in like 2 months because of Jake Paul. I honestly don't have to try at all. And yeah, she's doing a good job, I guess. This video has 600,000 views. And I guess that's just the magic of boring vlogs. Boring vlogs. And she's always out of focus. She's never in focus in any of the shots. It's like, dude, you have enough money to buy a new camera. Sell the hat, buy a new camera. That hat's gotta be some design, it's gotta be like a Gucci hat or something, and that's why you're wearing it. So sell the hat, and please buy a camera that doesn't look and sound like a 2004 Mac webcam.
Bye. Thanks for dinner, by the way, baby.
Bye, thank you.
Alright, we're leaving the restaurant now, towards the end of the vlog, and I'm guessing that the conclusion is coming up, so let's take a look at that.
Alright guys, so we just finished dinner. I am so tired. We're about to go back to the hotel.
I feel like we've said that we were tired in your vlogs so many times this trip.
Really?
But honestly, the sun gets to us.
Yeah, and we've been doing a lot of things.
We have been doing a lot of things.
Like so many things.
They've been doing a lot of things. I wish I could have seen literally any of the stuff that you did. But you know what? I mean, we're just here to relax. Not to judge. We're trying to relax still.
Activities for days.
Activities for days.
Activities for days. I feel like these people just don't have personalities. Either that or it's just so lazy. Like, they can't even come up with a joke, so they're just repeating each other. Like before, hangry, he was hangry, he was hangry. Activities for days. Shit. I don't have anything funny to say to you. No. You want to just say activities for days again? Yes, please.
Activities for days.
All right, so that's pretty much the end of the video. Let's take a look at some of the comments, see what people are saying about this beautiful, relaxing creation that is the boring vlog. Oh my god, Tessa, Chance is cheating on you on Instagram. There bees 2 girls twerking on him. Go to Chance's is the Instagram and Tight Hollywood. Just go down and you can see Chance with a girl. Just keep watching and you can see them kiss. Chances have a girlfriend. Now I'm so mad at him. I don't think that had anything to do with the video. That was just some completely different drama. Oh my god. The audio! Fix your audio for fuck's sake. Just me or is the audio weird? Girl, your audio. Love your videos, but your audio. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with those comments. The audio is so bad. That hat is kind of terrible. That has 179 likes. A comment on her own video. 179 of her fans were like, yep, that's true. I mean, what are you? The captain of a ship? Or a newspaper boy? In the 1930s. All I know is that I need that hat. Okay? So you may be asking yourself, okay, Danny, that was a pretty weird, bad vlog, but why'd you pick that? Why did you pick this for us to watch? And it actually is kind of significant, I think. It's the exact embodiment of what I think is one of the things that's wrong with YouTube right now. There's this pressure to post every single day. I mean, Tessa herself can attest to that, as she was featured in It's Everyday Bro, where the competition was shook and she was not talking book. If you want to get as many views as possible, you have to post every day. And if you don't, YouTube's gonna stop recommending you to as many people. That's just how the algorithm works. But for people who don't have very interesting lives, or for people who just don't give a shit about what their content looks like, daily vlogs just become garbage. Like this, I mean, what happened in this vlog? She went to a radio show, we didn't see that. She went to the beach, she surfed twice, and we didn't see it either time. She went to a restaurant and then just ate and annoyed the people around her. I mean, there was no anything. Like at the beginning of some of Tessa's vlogs and some other vlogs too, they'll just say like, okay, this isn't gonna be a very interesting day, but let's vlog it anyway. And it's like, maybe if you're not gonna have an interesting day, or if you're gonna do a bunch of stuff that you can't film, just like don't vlog. There's nothing forcing you to be a daily vlogger. And to vlog on days like this where you're not doing anything, or just Tessa in general, because she doesn't actually ever show her doing anything, it's just greedy to make a video where nothing happens. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. The positive side is I've always kind of wanted to vlog myself. I've always felt like I just don't have an exciting enough life to vlog. Tessa's shown me that it really doesn't matter what you do in a day or how you present it. It just matters that you film something and edit it together with some silent memes in the middle, just randomly, and that's all you need. So you know what? I don't see any reason why I can't start daily vlogging. So I did. I made a daily vlog, and you can see it. I'm gonna play it right after this. It's a little bit inspired by Tessa Brooks, so you know, shout out to her. I sort of jacked her style a little bit, but I hope you like it. So here it is. What's up, guys? It's me, Danny, back with another vlog. I've got a lot planned today. I'm so excited. I just got ready. I just got out of the shower, and now I'm gonna go to breakfast. Let's do this. Alright guys, I just went to breakfast. It was super tasty. I wish you guys could have seen it. We had so much fun at breakfast. A lot of funny stuff happened. Now I've got something super cool planned. I'm gonna be on the Ellen DeGeneres show. I'm so excited, so I'm about to head to the studio, and I'm gonna be on Ellen. I'm so excited. Let's do this. Alright guys, I was on Ellen. She was really nice and she really likes me and she thinks I'm super funny. There was some weird siren going off, like they said that a nuke from North Korea was heading towards the US. Not really sure what that's all about, but I'm about to go be on Jimmy Kimmel, so that's gonna be super fun, and I wish you guys could see it, but I'm going to be on Jimmy Kimmel now. Alright guys, I was on Jimmy Kimmel, but halfway through filming, a nuclear warhead touched down somewhere in the Midwest. We're not exactly sure where, but now I'm gonna go to Chili's. Alright guys, I'm back from Chili's. That was a delicious meal. Alright guys, well that's gonna wrap it up for this vlog. I really wish I could have shown you more of what happened in my day, but you know, So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that vlog. I think that it was very good, and I'm not being sarcastic. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Remember, if you're not a part of Greg, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on my notifications. Shout out to FM Abigail. Thank you for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg, and it means the world to me. If you haven't checked out Spooky Boy yet, go check it out. It's also on iTunes and Spotify. The links are in the description for that video, so go check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, welcome back to the second channel, guys. I know that I just posted a video in this exact same outfit talking about the Titanic 2, which is a cruise ship, but I have more info on cruise ships, and that is because people are now living on cruise ships. Could this be the solution to the housing crisis? No. Is it interesting to talk about nonetheless? Yes.
You could live on a cruise ship full-time between $30,000 to $50,000 a year. No worries about rent, homeowners insurance.
No worries about rent. However, it does cost $30,000 to $50,000 a year, which would technically be rent.
You live on a ship, and a lot of it is included. You'll get free food, free drinks, you get to travel the world. No worries whatsoever. No fixing leaky roofs, plumbing problems, foundation issues.
You don't get to have any belongings because you live in a tiny cruise ship room. You can own like 10 articles of clothing total, and you sleep in a bunk bed.
The list goes on. Just live on a cruise ship, travel. Life is easy.
It is a interesting idea, and I can actually see it being appealing to some people, but Graham, I think you might be overselling it a little bit. If it was that great, wouldn't you be doing it? Why don't you live on a cruise ship, Graham Stephan? So you might think it just seems like a far-fetched idea, a hypothetical, a pipe dream. But what if I told you that there are people actually living that pipe? Dream.
This is Angeline and Richard Burke.
Sorry, I know that I'm 2 seconds into the video. What? That is an insane smile. All right, smile.
Our yearly costs were close to $75,000 a year. When we moved in 2013, all of our things went up in flames in a moving truck. So that kind of helped us become minimalist.
No, it didn't kind of help you become minimalist. It forced you into minimalism. It minimalized you. That's crazy. Well, I guess that solves the problem of like having to get rid of all your stuff to go move into a cruise ship.
When it came time for retirement, these avid travelers picked a new home that matched their frugal lifestyle.
What's confusing to me is like, how do you live on the ship? Because once you get back to the dock where you started and where it ends, will they let you stay on the ship? Like if you're booked on the next one, do you get to keep your same room? Because you'd want to be able to like set up shop in one room and not have to constantly be getting off the ship and getting back on, switching rooms. You'd want a little place to call home, right?
And they've spent the last few years globetrotting from port to port.
Tokyo was great, Kuala Lumpur was great, Singapore was great.
Name one place you didn't like. I don't want to hear about the great places. I want to hear him say like, Italy was great, France was great, Spain fucking sucked. England was great.
Not everything's easier. Laundry's not always easy. Sometimes laundry's done in the sink.
In the end, these inconveniences are minor compared to the money they're saving.
Like the last 2 years or so, it was $35,000 or less.
Yearly cost of living $35,000. So that's like the equivalent of a little less than $3,000 a month. That's actually kind of baller. I mean, if they're happy with that, I'm just a little curious about the logistics here.
It's incredible how you can make that so much more affordable when you bundle in.
And come to think of it, why is it so affordable? If you wanted to live in an apartment building that was this nice, that had all of these amenities, free shows every night, free food, a pool, gym, like a city inside, some of these cruise ships are insane. I think it would cost more than $3,000 a month. So why is it that when all of those things are on a boat in the ocean, it costs less? How is that possible? Is it actually the land itself that costs so much? And so if you're not on land, you're on the water, then you're not paying for mortgage on a land. Let me see if I can Google this. Why are cruises so cheap? At least relative to hotels. They expect most people will spend more on the ship. Oh, you are a more or less captive audience, so they know many people will spend more money in booze, the casino, upsell restaurants, ship shops, and art auction scam. Aha! So they make money off you once you're there. That $3,000 a month is just to get in the door, and then you have to spend money on other stuff, but not food. You know, like if you were
a tourist there and didn't live there, you'd probably get souvenirs, photos, all that jazz. They are genuinely traveling a lot while they're there because they're getting off at each port. They've visited all these countries, so they're probably spending a decent amount of money taking taxis, excursions, stuff like that as well that they wouldn't be spending on if they lived in a stationary place.
We've proven to ourselves we don't need a house, we don't need a home base, we don't need a car.
What if you need to get something in the mail? Where do you mail it to? If you order something from Amazon, where does it show up? Does an Amazon delivery person, like, you see them paddling in a canoe towards your boat on the horizon? I guess why would they need to get mail? Why does anyone need mail? I think if anything, the one thing these people have proven is that you don't need mail. All right, here's another person, 88-year-old retires and lives on a cruise ship.
An estimated 24 million people are expected to take cruises this year. One report showed more than a quarter of them are age 60 or older, and more than 1/5 are retired.
And 50% of them actually just had all of their belongings go up in flames in a moving truck. It's kind of a weird coincidence.
But for one woman, the ocean liner is her only home. CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg met her while covering another story on board.
Oh, damn, she's friendly with the captain. No wonder she wants to stay on the ship. He likes her.
Did you miss me?
I did.
They're in love. She just lives on the cruise ship because she's dating the captain.
But how often are you talking to the family at home?
Oh, I talk to him every day.
Okay.
Okay. Have you told them about us yet?
Aboard the Crystal Serenity, she's known simply as Mama Lee, and she's been living there for the past 8 years.
I do what I want, when I want, if I want.
She and her late husband Mason took nearly 100 cruises together.
Oh my God. So she was already about that cruise life before this thing even came into existence. She went on 100 cruises? That's wild. It's like she's already spent more time on cruise ships than she has living a normal life.
The last thing he ever said to me, this was the day before he died.
The last thing he ever said to me is, I'm not gonna fit on this floating door. You just have to take it yourself. And then he just sort of drifted off into the deep.
Don't you quit cruising.
Oh, don't quit cruising. That's what he said. Okay.
But I got very, very tired of packing and unpacking. So I said, there's got to be a better way to do this.
And the answer was, how about I don't leave at all?
Uh-huh.
She makes it seem like it was his idea. That's good. I should do that.
Everybody knows her, and she knows everybody.
Berger Vorland is captain of the Crystal Serenity.
Oh, he's the captain? Then who was that other guy?
She gets along with her day, and she makes herself busy, and she has her things and her opinions, and she's a wonderful person.
Her opinions? Why did you bring that up? What kind of opinions does she have? She's great, you know. She does have her, opinions. She's 88 years old, but other than that, she's great.
There are a lot of people who would say, well, I'm going to go to a retirement place.
Oh, hell no. Why do that? I'm now a great-grandmother, and my grandchildren are having children. But I don't want to be there every minute for that.
Wow, my grandchildren are having children, and I don't want to be anywhere near those suckers. If they want to see me, they're gonna have to shell out $3,000 for a cruise. That actually would be super annoying if one of my relatives did this and I had to book a cruise every time I wanted to see them. I don't know that I would see them very often.
I love babies, but they grow up.
They grow up, and I don't want to be there when that happens.
Hundreds of different ports. But where the ship is going? Irrelevant. For Mama Lee, these days, the ship is the destination.
Everything has been there, done that. If I've been there and done that, I don't go off the ship. And I love it when everybody goes touring. I got the whole ship to myself with all the help.
You got this figured out.
Oh, absolutely.
So she doesn't even leave the ship most of the time, unlike that other couple. Well, for her then, it's like not really even like being on vacation. It kind of is just like living in a senior home. There's people there to cook you stuff, you have help all the time, you have a tiny room. Why is it different than just being at a senior living place? I guess because it's not just seniors living there, but she doesn't even like kids because they grow up.
Cruise director Rick Spath considers himself part of her extended family at sea.
That's Lee. She doesn't care where the ship goes. She loves to dance her way around the world.
I dance every single day at 5:15. I think I live a fairy tale existence.
I still think I do the same dance step with every dance.
Yeah, you do, but that's okay.
Thanks, Charlie.
This is interesting. It seems like it's mostly a retired people thing. I wonder if cruise lines will start to encourage this trend. They could start a cruise line just for retired people. Imagine a whole boat on the ocean with just full of old people. And it doesn't even stop at ports because they don't want to get off. They just want to do their thing. It doesn't even move. It just like floats 20 feet off the dock. Okay, here's an article on CNBC. See what a 28-year-old paid for an apartment on a cruise ship. Oh, so it's not just retired people. There's 28-year-olds doing this as well. 28-year-olds like, yeah, the only way I could
could see my grandma is if I live on a cruise ship with her, so I'm kind of stuck here. Wells, who is 28 and lives in San Diego, leased a residence on board a luxury boat that he will move into and work remotely from for at least 3 years as it sails around the world. So he doesn't live in San Diego then. He lives on the open sea. It comes complete with medical services, a farmer's market, private kitchens, and an exercise center. Farmer's market? And where exactly are these local farmers growing their crops? The thing that most excites me is I don't have to upend my daily routine in order to go see the world. Well, you did have to do that, but it will just become your daily routine, I guess. You did upend your whole life to do this. The MV Narrative is an upscale residential ship being built by Storylines, the brainchild of co-founder and CEO Alistair Punton, who had never been on a cruise before founding the company. Now, how much will this cost to live permanently on this thing? For an entry-level Discover Studio, which at 237 square feet includes a fold-away bed, pantry area, desk, and separate shower room. 300 grand for 12 years. Okay, let's do the math. By Googling it. $25,000 a year, which, you know, is like $2,000 a month. Rent-wise, it's not terrible, but space-wise it is, actually. 237 square feet? Okay, well that's definitely not the room from the picture. Oh, for this residency, this is priced from $875,000 to $8 million. Okay, yeah, I gotta say, actually, for that price tag, it no longer seems worth it. I'm sorry, that's insane. It launched fractional ownership options in November with a 25% share starting at around $600,000. So it's like you're buying an apartment on the cruise ship, but if the cruise ship can't fill up enough rooms to like maintain business and stay afloat, then you just don't get to live there anymore? Oh, all-inclusive fees come on top of the purchase price, starting at around $2,100 a person per month. That $2,000 a month that he's paying over the course of 12 years is just for the room itself, and then he also has to pay $2,100 per month. So really he's paying like $4,000 per month to stay in a very small room. Uh-oh, 3-year cruise abruptly canceled. Okay, I don't think this was about the same thing we were just reading about, but yeah, that does seem like it could be a huge issue for this kind of lifestyle. I mean, even if you're like the lady who lives on the cruise ship, what if one of the cruises gets canceled because of weather or something, or the boat needs maintenance? Do they make you get off the ship? I kind of feel like they would.
The Life at Sea cruise was set to kick off in Istanbul in early November, with stops in 135 countries across all 7 continents, with prices ranging from roughly $30,000 per person each year to well over $100 grand. Carrie Whitman tells us she already paid $32,000 for the trip, also selling her home and most of her possessions.
Even in planning, there were challenges. Like there were no travel insurance companies that could put a plan together for 3 years.
Well, that sounds like that would be a red flag if everyone was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen, so we're not gonna insure it. It's not gonna happen. Maybe should have been your first sign that things were amiss.
Passengers like Meredith and Carrie left wondering if they'll get their money back.
No, I'm hopeful that they will hold up their end of the contract. If that doesn't, then that's another story.
ABC News obtaining messages saying the company was unable to purchase a ship after investors declined to support us further.
They didn't have a boat? You know, I'm not too familiar with the cruise industry, but I would say that's probably where the problem started. You're gonna want to start with the boat. You know, at least Clive Palmer's not selling tickets to his Titanic 2 until he actually has the boat. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this interesting look at people living on a cruise ship. If you are currently living on a cruise ship, I hope it works out for the best and enjoy yourself. Go get some sun, dude. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my second channel. This is my second channel. It is not my main channel. And if you thought it was my main channel, then guess what? You're a stupid little worm. That's right. If you came here and honestly thought that this was my main channel and not my second channel where I like to get goofy, wacky, silly, and honestly just downright random, then you're off your rocker. I haven't posted here in a bit, and honestly, it's just because I haven't had any good ideas to post here. I don't really know what to post on my second channel. I sort of started it because I had all these ideas that I felt like weren't good enough for my main channel and I wanted to post on there, but then I sort of ran out of those ideas, and now I just don't have any ideas for this channel. So if you have any ideas for what I should do, let me know. I've got a LaCroix here. It's a pamplemousse, which means grapefruit in French. That's refreshing.
That's good.
All right, well, you probably saw the video that I posted on my main channel about all the tack products. In that video, I reviewed the commercial for all these tack products, and I actually bought a bunch of them for that video and ended up only using a couple of them for sketches and stuff, just because I wanted to have them just in case I needed them, and I only used like 2 of them. But I have all of them that I talked about. I have all of them here. You know, I figure why not turn this into a second channel video? I don't want all this stuff to go to waste and not get any content out of it, you know? Because I spent a lot of money on it, you know? So I've reviewed the commercials. Now it's time for me to give my review on the products, starting with the tack bat. I already opened this one because I used it in the video. But let's just take a look at the box real quick to see what we're getting ourselves into. 40 times brighter than this regular flashlight, and there's a picture of a flashlight. Also, I don't know why they really like taped this thing shut and put like cardboard all around it. It was in another box, and then when I opened that box, there was just like cardboard taped all around it, so I had to like peel that off and destroy the box while opening it, probably ruining any value that this thing might have had on like a collector's market or anything. I don't know if people are going to be collecting tack products in the future, but if they are, I'm out of luck. Visibility for 4 nautical miles. That's crazy. What are nautical miles? Is that different than just regular miles? Does that mean it works underwater for 4 miles? Is this for Navy guys? Let me just Google this real quick. What are nautical miles? Okay, this says that it's 1.15 miles. So a nautical mile is actually more than a mile, if Google is correct. This can actually light more than 4 miles, which is perfect for those situations where you need to see something that's 4 miles away. Oh, and if you're wondering, yeah, this is the 12-inch edition. So we're getting crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The tack bat, aka the attack bat. Bing. Oh yeah, it doesn't have batteries in it yet. I gotta put those in. It requires 3 AA batteries. Clink, plunk, clink. And now let's put this baby to work. I'm curious to see how bright it actually is and how good of a weapon it is. It's a tactical flashlight and a tactical bashlight that you could use in a practically brash fight. All right, let's turn this baby on and see. Ooh, wow. Okay, it looks bright. Wow, that's a cool lens flare too. Look at that. I'm gonna light up this back wall, but first, you know what? Let's test a civilian flashlight first. I'm just gonna use my phone flashlight, pretty standard brightness. Actually, probably less than average brightness. And, okay, that's shining on the wall, but it literally doesn't look like it's doing anything. So that's what the phone flashlight does. Now let's try the tack bat. Holy moly, jeez, dude. Okay, this thing is bright. Wait, that's so annoying. So to turn it on, you just press it once, but then if you want to turn it off again, you have to cycle through all the different modes, which I think like goes down in brightness and then turns on strobe mode and then a different flashing mode and then it turns off. So let's say you've got it on, right? The super bright light, you're creeping through your house in the middle of the night trying to find the bathroom. You find it and then you're like, okay, great. I've gotten to the bathroom, it's time to use the potty. So you press the button, you press it again, it gets dim, your eyes start to adjust to the darkness, and then just when you think it's time to take a little pee, bang, 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 ah! And then it turns off. It's sort of like you're using self-defense mode on yourself. All right, let's take a look at how good this thing is as a weapon. All right, I was half expecting the light to stop working when I hit him in the head, because it just seems like something that would happen, but you know what? This thing's military tough. I mean, say what you want about the commercials, but I'm actually kind of impressed. This is military tough. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I had to do that to you. Should I try self-defense mode on myself? Should I see if it disorients me? I'm gonna do it, but from a distance. Okay, so this is self-defense mode. I'm gonna set it on my desk and then I'm gonna walk over here, about the distance a bad guy would be, and I'm gonna be doing my little bad guy things and then I'm gonna turn around and see if it disorients me. No, it didn't. All right, guys, so I wanna test this out in a tactical situation. So what I've done here is I've set up a situation that I think we all pretty much fear in our homes. There's an attacker in my basement. Pretty much everyone's worst fear, a creeper from Minecraft, is in my basement. He's about to attack me, as you can clearly see. He's wild, he's crazy, and he's probably gonna be violent if I had to guess. So I'm gonna act this out as if it's a real life situation, and let's see what happens. Oh no, I hear a bump in the night. There might be something in my basement. Let's look around. We start with a wide beam. Is it you? No, okay, those are always there. The wide beam is good for like a quick search to find out who's in your basement, and then, oh shit! Then you kind of zero in on him with this. Now I suppose what I want to do, as you can clearly see, he's about to attack me.
This does not look good. I suppose what the TAC commercial would have me do first is try self-defense mode. In the heat of the moment, you have to get to self-defense mode really fast. Luckily, it's only 1, 2, 3 clicks away. And now I'm in self-defense mode. And actually, I can probably even focus it all on him. His retinas are probably burnt, like on fire right now if this was a real person. His eyeballs would probably be like burning in his sockets. I love that it's 3 clicks away. Like if there's really an attacker and you're like, oh shit! Okay, hold on 1 second, and haha, gotcha, motherfucker. You're dead. Or maybe you're just supposed to walk around in your house with the self-defense mode going the entire time. Is anyone in here? Hello? Now that I've stunned him, I guess now the only thing really left to do is attack him. Because it's either I attack him or he attacks me. I guess do the stance. On your mark, get set, go. Whoa, fuck. This was on, right?
Yeah, it was on.
Okay. It turned off for some reason when I smacked him. But Jesus, dude, come look at this damage. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about that. But you know what? I'm still kind of worried that he's about to attack me. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad now, but let me just go ahead and just make sure with this. You know, it's a good idea even if your attacker is unconscious with a giant gash in his head and he's missing one of his legs. You still want to defend yourself against him because he still is probably about to attack you. That's why I like to keep on self-defense mode. I'll probably just stand here like this until the police come. I'll say, honey, there's an intruder in the basement, don't worry. I think he's dead, but can you call the police? And then I would probably just wait here until the police come. And I think that's pretty much it, you know? I think that's pretty much... Hey! Oh, shit, sorry. I thought I saw him move. But I think we're good now. Thanks, TACBAT. All right, well, that's the TACBAT. My review? 9 out of 10. It's actually pretty good. I can tell it's made out of genuine aircraft grade aluminum or whatever, and it makes quite a beating stick. Okay, next up, the TAC visor. This is the other one that I actually used in the video, if you remember. 2-in-1 car visor. I feel like they didn't talk about that enough in the commercial, but there's a nighttime driving visor and a daytime driving visor. The second you flip it down, you see a giant truck coming at you. This guy looks really happy. And then there's a nice before and after picture. Before, it looks like you're driving straight into heaven, and after, you're just in New Mexico or some shit. So I have already opened it, and I have it right here. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. It clips onto your car's actual visor, the non-tactical one, and it goes up like this, and then when you need it, it flips down like so. I actually am noticing that it kind of does that thing that it did in the commercial. Hold on 1 sec, and I'll try to show you what it does. All right, watch this. Ready? You see my reflection in it? But if I turn it this way, bada bing, bada boom, there's the eagle. You can see him clear as day. I mean, if I take this off, you can still see him, but that's how polarizing light works. If you turn it, then you can't see him anymore. Maybe I should take this into my car and see if it actually works in there, or if this makes any difference. All right, guys, time to test this thing out. I've got my visor here, my regular old visor that will block the road and all the cars and make it impossible for me to see. Let's get a quick demo of that. So let's say I'm like driving, and it's so bright and I can't see it, so I put down my visor, and as you can see, it's like pretty much useless. I can't even see the road anymore. Probably gonna crash and probably gonna die. That's why you want something like this, the TAC visor. I believe it just clips on to your normal visor, making it actually useful for once. Okay, so my garage opener is already kind of in the way. And then it flips up like that. Let's just do a quick control test for comparison. I'm gonna drive without it. It's a nice snowy day, and snow always reflects light, you know, sunlight, so it's very bright out. Let's see how I drive without the TAC visor. Fuck! Shit! As you could probably tell, it's almost impossible driving right now without some kind of help. I mean, if you want to just turn the camera so that they can see in front of us, it's honestly kind of feels like staring right into a TACBAT in self-defense mode. Let's go ahead and flip down the TAC visor. Wow. Okay, interesting. Huh. I cannot tell if this is helping much. I mean, it is making things darker. Because there's like bright windows behind me, like the side windows to the back windshield, I can see all of those reflected in this screen, and it's kind of really distracting. And I can also see like my reflection. I can see my mouth moving in the reflection here. As I said in the commercial, this is basically just like it polarizes the light, which is basically what most like sunglasses do if you have polarized sunglasses. So I'm gonna
See? I think that these are better. I think I would just prefer to use these. Using them at the same time, however, this could be a game changer. Actually, I just like lifted my hand up and moved this thing. I feel like that could, whoa. I feel like that could like drastically affect your driving abilities. Now maybe you can tell a little bit better how many reflections there are. And also this is a good example right now because the car's kind of bouncing. This is like jiggling as it bounces. So not only are there like these distracting reflections of things moving behind me, but like this is also bouncing, which is making all the reflections like just go like do. One thing I will mention though, is that someone tweeted me and said that they actually have a tack visor and it's because they wear glasses. And so if they have like glasses, they can't also comfortably wear sunglasses. So that actually makes sense. If I was wearing glasses, I wouldn't want to put on sunglasses also. Tack wallet. All right, this one should be fun. They claim this to be fire resistant and bow and arrow resistant. Let's take a look. Aha. Velcro, very cool. Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay, it's just lists some of the features of the tack wallet. I thought it was gonna be a card to some like exclusive tack club that I was gonna get to be in. But it's just a stupid piece of cardboard. Lame. Oh, came with one of these, which is always fun to. And overall, I mean, this seems like a pretty fine wallet. It's got the lanyard on it, which Nick Bolton really loves, so that it won't get stolen. Oh, this only works if you're wearing a belt though, right? Because the belt has to go through it. So that's not gonna really help a boy like me. I don't wear belts often. In fact, it kind of makes a nice little loop for some sneaky little guy to come stick his finger through and just yoink. I think I'm gonna be attaching that. Okay, I don't have like a bow and arrow, but I have a pocket knife. I think this is a pretty valid way to test how resistant it is to damage. I cut through it right away. I sliced right through it. There's a slice. I actually didn't think that was gonna happen. I kind of thought that it wasn't gonna go through, but nope, I'm slicing it right through. It's not often that someone's gonna be going around stabbing your wallet, so I think you're probably good, because I was really digging in and trying to slice it. It's not like I just went like that and it sliced. No, it doesn't. Okay, well maybe it does. But yeah, okay, it does, if I go like that. How often does that really happen? The only time you have to worry about that is if you fall into like an industrial meat slicer, and the only reason you would need your wallet to survive is so that the police can identify your mangled corpse. Overall, I'm gonna give this like a 3 out of 10 because it's not a very nice looking wallet. It's not sleek. Honestly, it's not very tactical looking. I mean, it's got like Velcro, which is, I believe, generally understood to be like the worst thing a wallet could have by anyone who's anyone. I'm not super crazy about it. It didn't even hold up to the stabby stab very well. I feel like if I was wearing this in my breast pocket and a bad guy came up and started stabbing me, I don't even think it would protect my precious heart. And if you can't even protect my heart, then what can you do? Okay, it's tack shaver time. Let me just slice this open. And what do we have here? You know, I think one of the things I'm most excited about with this is seeing how well it works for Navy guys like myself. Guys who spend most of their time submerged in a swimming pool and grow big fat beards. Ooh. Damn, it came charged right out the gate. So this, I believe, has a rechargeable battery, so it doesn't take any batteries, and you just kind of shave, you know, like that. And it's got a little trimmer for trimming. Okay, this kind of looks cool, right? When I first took it out of the box, the first impression I had of it was like, this looks like a taser. I would say that that is kind of a tactical look. It looks like you could just kind of The one thing I want to test with this is how well it actually handles in water, because that was one of the biggest claims they made in the commercial. Really, the best way to test this is just to drop it in a glass of water like they do in the commercial and see if that really works. That'll do. Let's just fill up a glass of water and see what happens. I'm trying to think of really like a practical scenario that this would be helpful. And so far, the only thing I can really think of is like, I'm shaving, I'm looking in the mirror, getting a good shave, and then like all of a sudden like, oh no! Oh shit. Oh no! Oh no! I dropped my razor in a glass of water and it's fully submerged in there. And you know what? To their credit, it does seem like it's still working. I mean, it's still making the noise. That's really the only way I can tell. There's little bubbles coming out of the side. It looks kind of like smoke. I think maybe that's just air. Okay, well, it's not actually smoking as far as I can tell. So maybe it was just an illusion. Smoke and mirrors. You know what? Actually, that's a good test for most people. You know, you're doing a shave and you drop it in a glass of water, but that personally would never happen to me because I don't drink still water. I only drink LaCroix. I think you know what we have to do now.
No. Now, if it can handle this, I would be pretty impressed. As we all know, sparkling water is much more violent than regular water. Okay, so I'm shaving. I'm having a sip of my delicious grapefruit LaCroix. Oh no! Not my LaCroix. It's ruined. Or is it? Nope, it's good as ever. And I can still probably shave. Whoa, look at it in there. It's like coated in bubbles. Whoa. Well, seemed like that worked too. And I can still get a good shave. Did that shave me at all?
A little bit, I think.
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell because I didn't have much there to begin with. All right, well, you know what? I'm gonna say the claim that it works underwater is true. I don't know if it like works underwater because like I don't know if it really worked to begin with based on the review that we watched, but it does what it did on land underwater.
Okay, well, bye.